All right, let's do this, shall we? Oh, this is gonna be a good one right here. Fired up for this one. Welcome back, everyone. Thursday night football, divisional rivalry, bad blood between these two teams. Two very talented teams, but both kind of on the downslide a little bit here. So, very, very, very important game for the NFC West. It's 49ers and Seahawks in Seattle. Both teams rocking the throwbacks. I'm fired up. Hope you guys are too. It's good to be back. And as always, you guys know the drill, right? You're in chat. Feel free to say hello. We've got a good one here today. And look at that. Look at Christine right on cue saying hello. Welcome to the stream, Christine. Hope you're doing well. Saying, what's up, doctor? You know, I'm fired up for this one. I can't lie. This is a pretty big game right here. 49ers, Seahawks. Man, if you've been watching football for as long as I have, it's easy to get excited about these two teams taking the field against each other. We've seen some great battles between these two. And I really feel like these are two teams that could find themselves in the playoffs this year. Both really good teams. Obviously, the 49ers in the Super Bowl last year. Seattle didn't quite make it, but they were super injured. A lot of talent on their team. But the 49ers kind of in a weird spot right now. They're 2-3. They have a losing record. They came off a tough loss last week. So did the Seahawks, too. I mean, the Seahawks started out 3-0, two straight losses for them. So whatever team wins, kind of able to right the ship a little bit and really kind of get in the driver's seat of this division, right? I mean, you look at the Seahawks, like they win, all of a sudden they're back up, right? 49ers win. They're in the driver's seat of the division. They take the lead, which is kind of crazy at 3-3, but that's how the tiebreakers and stuff work out. We got Jack and Caden in here. Jack saying he has arrived, fired up for his Seahawks. And let's go. Saying, what on earth am I wearing? Sir, I am wearing a George Kittle throwback jersey. And I can't lie, I threw this on specifically with you in mind. You're going to like what I'm about to say here in like 2 minutes. And of course, you know, right? Neutral football enjoyer, right? No actual rooting interest in this game, right? I just want to see a good game. But no, I have this because I love Kittle, and I think these jerseys are so sick. They're playing, and they're actually wearing these tonight. You know, I got to get a reaction out of the audience, right? So yeah, I definitely threw this on with you in mind. I thought that you'd appreciate that. But welcome to the stream. Big game for your Hawks, man. I'm fired up for this one. It's in Seattle, too. And we got Caden in here saying, oh, yeah, baby. Let's go. Welcome to the stream, Caden. And I can imagine you're probably pretty fired up for this week of football. Going to be going and watching your Packers in person over at Lambeau, taking on the Cardinals. What could be a very interesting game. Cardinals kind of coming off a big win there. So, hey, don't count out the scrappy Cardinals just yet. Let's go. We just got a new person in here. Let's go. Shout out Kira Cat. Hopefully I'm saying your name right, but just been a lurker, but I have followed your predictions as a Broncos fan. How about them Broncos? Dude, here we go, right? I will eat some crow, dude. Dude, I've been straight up wrong about them. Bo Nix has been up and down, but there's been a lot more good than bad recently, and that defense is just disgusting. I mean, Surtain is playing the best ball of his life. That pass rush is looking really good. I mean, you got Zach Allen leading the charge, and Vance Joseph, man, you kind of got to tip your cap to him. Like, he's been kind of a dude really ever since the Broncos gave up 70 to the Dolphins. Like, Denver's defense has kind of been playing pretty well like the past year and a half now. So I will eat some crow, man. I said that they were mid and average, but they've got a winning record, and that defense is disgusting. So welcome to the stream, though, Kira Cat. Good to have you in here. Love the can't quite tell what that picture is. I thought it was Pikachu for a sec. I don't think it is, but Jack's saying he's got the throwback Wagner on. That's awesome. Dude, I'm loving this like throwback trend that we got. We got the Cardinals in their throwbacks last week. Both teams wearing their throwbacks here tonight. I just think that's so sick. I mean, you've heard my spiel before. Throwback Thursday should be a thing, right? I mean, my goodness, just a beautiful uniform matchup on our TV screen here tonight. The aura is off the charts. It's in Seattle at night, too. Dude, I honestly think this could be like a game of the year contender right here. I'll get to my predictions in a sec. We still got 10 minutes till kickoff, but we got Mile Marker in here, too. Welcome to the stream, Mile Marker. Good to have you back in here. Saying, hi, Doc. How's it feel to be a Vikings fan? Dude, it feels glorious, man. I can't lie. I really can't lie. It feels incredible. And, you know, I gotta say, I was tweaking pretty hard Sunday morning watching that game. Christine was watching me pace back and forth my living room like a caged lion at the zoo. I thought we might have blown that game at the end there, but we got the pick. We got out of there, right? I tweeted this out. You know what? The Sam Darnold disaster, it did happen. He played a bad game. Aaron Jones got hurt. We couldn't run the ball. We shot ourselves in the foot with turnovers and penalties. DJ Reed played the game of his life against Justin Jefferson, right? Everything that could have happened poorly on offense happened. Easily our worst game of the year on offense. Vikings win. That's crazy. Vikings win. That's crazy. So yeah, I'm pretty fired up. And I tell you, I'm fired up for, I guess, week 7, because the Vikings are on their bye. Vikings, Lions, and Minnesota. Ooh, that's a big one right there. That's a big one. But it feels pretty good. Hey, it's got to feel good to be a Lions fan right now, though, too. I still think Detroit's probably the team to beat in that division. They've been playing some good ball. We saw them take on these Seahawks here like a week and a half ago, and man, Jared Goff, shred it, baby. If you know, you know. Might recognize the title. Let's just say, if you haven't, you should do yourself a favor and look up John Gruden's TikTok. Got me feeling nicey. Kira's saying, Denver's throwbacks are immaculate. Wish they were the full-time unis. Oh, yeah, dude, those are so... I mean, they pulled those out last week, right? Oh, yeah. They used to be, man. They used to be back in the early days of Elway, and I don't even hate the ones they have now. They're fine. They've grown on me a little bit, but goodness. I mean, the horse bucking with the smoke going out of his nose through the D, just unbelievably cool, man. Unbelievably cool. Yeah. Mile marker, the triple lion emojis for 3 wins. I love it. Seahawks really lost to the Giants. I'm still dumbfounded, says Jack. Yeah, you can thank Dexter Lawrence for that. I mean, you want to talk about someone having a game of their life, and Dexter Lawrence is an unbelievable player. But my goodness, I mean, he just destroyed the entire game, man. 3 sacks as a nose tackle is nasty work. I mean, he's second in the league in sacks, and he's consistently getting pressure. He always collapses the pocket. He's so good against the run. And Seattle just decided not to run the ball in that game, I guess, either. They had maybe 7 designed runs the entire game. Geno was their leading rusher and not only led them in yards, but led them in carries, which was kind of crazy. So I do wonder if they're going to try and get Kenny Walker going here early tonight. Ryan Grubb was saying, hey, we got to run the ball more. It's yeah, dude, you do. K9 is too good to be getting only 5 carries. And this is a vulnerable 49ers run defense. I think so. Here saying, yeah, the new ones look better on the field than they did in concept art. Oh, absolutely. I wasn't a fan when they first came out, but after I saw them on the field for 2 seconds, I was all right, not bad. All right, we could work with this. But mile marker's first team was the 49ers. A little bit of mile marker lore. I don't know that I knew that before. That's crazy. Well, there you go. Rooting for the 49ers mile marker. Wow. Especially I guess the Lions have history with both these teams, and both these teams are significant competitors for the Lions here in the NFC. So, but all right, a little bit of mile marker lore. Jack saying it's crazy how good Walker is just for the Hawks not to use him. If the Hawks don't stack the box tonight, we're doomed. Yeah, so you know what? Let's just get into it. Let's dive into this matchup here, right? We've got 7 or so minutes left. I went back and forth on this one a little bit, right? Doing the pick'ems, right? Who's my pick going to be, right? I initially picked Seattle. I was you know what? It's in Seattle. Seattle does look pretty good. 49ers have had some of their own problems, whatever, right? And then I thought about it some more, and I just thought, man, I don't know about the Seahawks offensive line versus this 49ers pass rush, even if it isn't good, even if it isn't quite as good, right? But you've got Stone Forsythe, however you say his name, league leader in pressures allowed, going up against Nick Bosa. I don't know about that, dude. But you know what? I thought about it a little bit more. I took a look at the injury report, right? No Charvarius Ward for the 49ers. Obviously, no Christian McCaffrey. 49ers offense hasn't been quite as good. Seahawks got some of their defenders back. They're still injured too. I'm taking Seattle. I'm taking Seattle in Seattle tonight. I really think so. I think the Seahawks offense is great as long as they can keep Geno at least relatively clean. That could be the one thing that changes this game. Nick Bosa could totally have a takeover game, and he just destroys the Seahawks offensive line that's really struggled outside of Charles Cross. And even then, he's been kind of up and down, right? That is very concerning. But, dude, you look at these Seattle weapons. You look at the way that Geno's playing quarterback right now. And again, this 49ers defense, they just keep taking hits, right? They keep taking hits. They're a little less deep. They just keep losing guys. And now no Charvarius Ward. I really think Seattle can put up points here tonight. I think the 49ers can too. But they're just kind of in a funk on offense right now. Like, I am just slightly concerned about their offense. Just a little bit. The passing game isn't quite as good right now, and they really do miss McCaffrey. I feel like they miss McCaffrey more in the passing game than they do in the running game, right? Jordan Mason is still running the ball really well. We know what they can do on the ground. We know Kyle can cook up a running game, right? Here's what I'll say. And if you talk to some teams that have played against the 49ers, they've kind of been saying this too, and it hasn't worked out for every single team, right? But you hear like some guys from the Patriots say like, yeah, you know what? We know what they're going to do in the passing game. We're just sitting on those crossers, those dig routes, right? We're just sitting on the middle of the field. And that's been like where Kyle Shanahan has been making his money in the passing game these past few years, right? They're starting to get to the point where it's like maybe they just need to develop that second pitch again, right? That's something I love talking about. Need to be adaptable as a coach. And this is not me calling out Kyle Shanahan at all, right? Like, but for all I know, like he could totally figure something out tonight and like they just go out and throw for 350 yards. But that has kind of been an issue, and they have kind of struggled in the red zone, and their offensive line hasn't exactly been stellar either. And Purdy is like making some plays, and I feel like that's what's got people excited. But he's still holding on to the ball a little bit, and he's maybe a little bit late to his reads sometimes, and it's just not quite as good as it was last year. And that's just the reality, right? Like you lose some guys on defense, you're injured on offense. Like, yeah, you're probably just not going to be quite as good. I'm not like sounding the alarm on the 49ers. I'm not going to be like, oh, this team is missing the playoffs. I think they'll at least turn things around a little bit. But I'm going to take Seattle tonight. I'm going to say Seahawks 31, 49ers 25. Weird score, but yeah, I'll go Seattle in an upset. I don't know. I think Seattle could put up 30 tonight on this banged up 49ers defense, provided they at least keep Geno somewhat clean. This could go horribly wrong and Geno gets sacked like 7 times, like that is on the menu, but I'm gonna have a little fun. I'm gonna take the Seahawks. Anyways, to answer your question there, Game Solved, which by the way, welcome to the stream. Good to have you in here. And we got Nick in here too. Let's go. Good to have you guys in here. But that is who I'm going with. I am going to Seattle. I switched my pick a second time. I went Seahawks, then I switched it to the 49ers, and I switched it back to the Seahawks. I'm going to stick with my original take. So some of my upset picks haven't aged very well this year, but we're going to go Seattle here. You know, for Jack, right? Let's do it for Jack, too. Let's win this one for Jack. Jack fired up for the sideline reporter. There you go. Hey, win the game, right? Win the sideline reporter, perhaps? Let's go. Thanks again for the Ferrari. But Nick saying he can't stay for long, but thought he'd stop and pop in for a bit and say, hey, appreciate it, man. I really do. That's awesome. Good to have you in here. Game solved with a fantasy question here. I always love these. Saying, should he start Ayuk over Zay Flowers or DJ Moore? I would go Ayuk. He's coming off his best game. I hope I'm not too late here, right? Because they're about to play. I would go Ayuk. Coming off his best game. He's such an obviously good player. Even when he was having quieter games, you could still see him get open consistently. Now he's going up against the Seahawks defense that's short, Reek Woolen. I would go Ayuk. I don't hate either of those other two guys, right? Zay Flowers versus that Washington secondary. You know. And who are the Bears playing? The Jags. Tyson Campbell is back, but the Jags secondary has been rough too, but I would go Ayuk. I think he's the best player, and I do like his matchup tonight. And I think this game is going to call for a lot of passing from the 49ers. I know Jack was saying stack the box, right? That's a big aspect. I will say, they're still a little shorthanded. Up front, I will say. I don't know. This 49ers offensive line isn't that great. I was pleasantly surprised by them week 1, but I don't know, man. I don't know. But Kira saying DJ against the Jags looks good. No, I don't hate that either. And he's another guy that's been heating up. Jack, your good buddy Shane Waldron seems to have awoken from his coma a little bit, right? They're getting DJ Moore the ball a little bit more. And yeah, Jags secondary has been pretty rough. It has been. They got shredded by Flacco last week. Although Flacco kind of nice. Flacco maybe a little nice. Got David Hahn. Hopefully I got your name right. Saying, Baba Ban. Baba Booey. But welcome to the stream. Good to have you in here. There you go, Jack. Look who's interviewing Geno right now. All right, let's get this scoreboard pulled up right here. But in case you guys missed it, I'm picking the Seahawks tonight. Again, funny, me rocking the Niners jersey. Oh, this is such a big game though, man. If the 49ers lose this one, then you get a little bit more worried. They're showing right now, 49ers 0-2 in the division. They dropped to 0-4 in the conference. Man, those tiebreakers will get you. Those tiebreakers will get you, man. It's a big, big game early in the season, but you get the feeling that this game truly might like determine seeding in the NFC. I really think so, man. Oh, man. Kira saying Flacco's looked good everywhere except for when he played for Denver. Yeah, he did have that one random good game with the Jets. That's right. He led the comeback. Obviously won a Super Bowl with the Ravens. Had that crazy Linsanity run with the Browns last year. Now all of a sudden he's like kind of slinging the pigskin for the Colts. Hey, how about the Colts? I guess they lost. I was about to say big win. They lost, dude. They lost. But here we go. All right, let's do this. Jack is fired up, but he's also scared. I'll hold your hand, man. Here you go. Good return to start things off, though. Here we go. Hitchhiker's Pie is in here, too. Let's go. Welcome to the stream, Hitchhiker's Pie. Good to have you in here. Good evening to you, too, as well. It's going to be a great evening with these two teams out on the field, man. I really think so. Oh, man. There we go. We got the game cast up now, right? We got the scoreboard up. Let's do this. Geno Smith taking the field. Honestly, been one of the best looking quarterbacks in the NFL so far this year. Geno Smith has been playing out of his mind. I really like his game. He is far from a one-year wonder. They're going to run it to start, right? You got to get Kenny going early after you didn't run it at all. There you go. Even if it's 2-3 yards, got to get him going early. Get your offensive line in a little bit of a rhythm. Hitchhiker's Pie saying he found a cool stat that no one else was interested in. Mike Evans just overtook Randy Moss for the most DPI yards drawn in NFL history. That's sick. I had no idea. I had no idea that was even a thing. That is sick. I'm going to have to drop that stat now. Shout out Hitchhiker's Pie. That is crazy. Here we go. Pistol now for the Seahawks. 2nd and 7. There's JSN in the slot. He might be a player today too. But I like DK going up against the outside corner with no Charvarius Ward out there. Get it to Kenny again. Nothing. I feel like the Seahawks are due for a rebrand soon here with their uniforms, right? And maybe one day when they do rebrand, it'll give this nice, beautiful speech about how the Seahawks uniforms are perfect for their era. But it is getting to be that time. It's very early 2010s coded, which, makes sense because that's when they were made. But oh, if they could do modern classic rebrand inspired by these throwbacks, I'm here for it. Here we go. 3rd and 6. First big test for this offensive line. I'm watching that right tackle against Nick Bosa. Geno stepping up. There's DK Metcalf. He's got space after the catch. There you go. First big play through the air right there. Geno with time, and what do you know? Just rips the ball to DK Metcalf, right? There's going to be one of those matchups. I won't lie. I don't know who Green is. I'm going to have to go check real quick. Green. Renardo Green. Well, he might have his hands full here tonight. Hitchhiker's Pie is dipping? Hey, no worries. You have fun too, man. That's awesome. Thanks for tuning in. All right. 1st and 10. Already at the 30 now. Charbonnet on the draw. Okay. Nice play right there. Jack loves the unis too much. No, I get that, right? They're iconic with Seahawks greatness, right? I mean, this has been probably it's definitely been the most successful period in Seahawks history, right? Your first Super Bowl, I think. Yeah, first Super Bowl win. You go back to another consistent winning under Pete Carroll, and Geno kind of had his breakout year in those unis too, so I get it. They are pretty sick, I will say. But I love these throwbacks so much. Maybe there's a happy medium. Kenny going, oh, he broke that tackle. He's still not going to get much, but he maybe gets a gain of 0 instead of losing 2. Here you go. Another 3rd down right here. Man, Ryan Grubb is we are running the ball. 1st and 2nd down, they have run it every time. We are not passing until we get the 3rd down. Doing a little Pittsburgh Steelers type of offense right here. But now you're in an obvious passing situation, right? Got to pick up the first. Nick's got to run. He's got a paper that's due tonight. Well, best of luck to you, man. Hey, those papers, they're no joke. So I appreciate it. Appreciate you tuning in, but you always put school first. Gino. Oh, he sailed it. It's picked. No. Oh, he stepped out. That's tough. Malik Mustafa's been playing pretty well, though, right? Hufanga goes down with injury. Mustafa, next man up, has been playing pretty darn well. I feel like he shouldn't have stepped out of bounds there. Although, I mean, like, I don't know what else. It's not like he could take the touchback, right? He wasn't in the end zone. I guess you just want to preserve your body, but bit of an overshoot right there by Gino looking for Lockett. There you go. First big play of the night right here. Man, for the Seahawks to come away with 0 points there, that's tough. Jack not loving it. Yeah, that is a frustrating interception right there. That'll be an interesting one to watch back. I feel like Gino just kind of overshot him, right? And it was pretty good coverage from the looks of it by the 49ers, but mile marker liking the interception. There you go, right? Your OG team with a pick in a big spot. Here we go. This is where it gets interesting, though. All right, 49ers, you're backed up. Big play right on defense. They're at their own 3. Wow, they're really backed up, right? So what do you do? What do you do here, right? Do you try and get the running game going, or do you see if you can get Ayuk fired up maybe, right? Again, no Reek Woolen. And it'll be interesting to see Brock Purdy and Kyle Shanahan against Mike McDonald, because this was the big matchup last year, right? Christmas Day, it was Ravens versus 49ers, and the Ravens kind of pummeled the 49ers, and I don't think that there's that much correlation between this, but it is interesting to see the 49ers offensive output since that game, right? Like, even in the playoffs, they weren't super dominant. They had some good moments, right? And now, like 5 games into this season, like, make no mistake, I'm not saying the 49ers offense is bad by any means, right? They're still probably one of the best offenses in the NFL. It just hasn't been quite as dominant. You look at like every stat, every metric, whether it's EPA, success rate, just good old-fashioned points scored or yards gained, right? Like, they are severely behind as opposed to where they were last year. And again, a lot of that is understandable, right? Christian McCaffrey's out. You've been without Debo some. You were without Kittle some, right? You're just another year older. But can they add just like that extra wrinkle to their passing game? I feel like that's just what's missing, is they can spam over the middle, right? But teams are starting to sit on that. The offensive line isn't as good, so Purdy's kind of running around running for his life, and then he just hucks it up. And a lot of times it works. Like, you'll get a crazy Juwan Jennings game against the Rams, but it's just not quite as structured or consistent as we know and love with Kyle Shanahan, right? So I wonder if they can try and get back to that here tonight. You know, talented defense, but a little bit of injuries. But this is a great battle of the minds right here, Shanahan versus McDonald. So interesting drive, man. They are backed up at their own 3, though. That's tough. But obviously, take that over. Slammed my water bottle there. Whoopsies. You take that over giving up points, right? So here we go. Crowd getting into it too, right? They'll start with Mason up the middle. Nothing. He's been running well, though, right? He's been pretty good for them. And again, let's get to the perimeter, and then occasionally we'll just get you up the middle. And I love the violence that Jordan Mason runs with. Man, he was a handful when the 49ers played against the Vikings. Every time they handed it off to Jordan Mason, I was like, crap, they're getting like 7 yards. This run game is still very good. And this passing game still has the ability to, fire the lasers or whatever you want to say. Is that Ayuk on Witherspoon? I think it is. That'll be a good matchup. There you go. Purdy's going to step up and run. Oh, he stumbled. There is the big, playmaking ability by Brock Purdy. That is by far his calling card. The more and more he's played in this league, the more and more apparent it is, he's kind of a scrambling quarterback. He likes to run around and create out of structure. He is the antithesis of what you'd expect in a Shanahan quarterback. But that's what's made this marriage so fruitful, is they kind of compensate for each other a little bit. Here you go. Big third down, though. Welcome to the stream, Michael. Good to have you in here. I'll get to your question here in a sec. They're going to pass it. Purdy, all sorts of time. Is he going to get there? Oh, he will. He made a miss. Man, Purdy just able to sit and sit and sit and sit and then just eventually take off. All sorts of time to throw right there again. Nice clean pocket. Just keep looking. Look at the moves by Purdy. Look at the moves by Purdy. How about it? But Michael's saying, what is going on with the NFC West? It is crazy. One of the best divisions in football. A little bit of cannibalism, right? Like good teams playing good teams and beating each other up. Very, very strong division, even though the records aren't all perfect. Mason gets smashed right there. Gang tackle by Seattle. We got Daddy Messi in here too. Let's go. Welcome to the stream, Daddy Messi, saying Stone Forsyth is not blocking Nick Bosa. Yeah, I mean, that is the matchup to watch right there, right? I mean, that's the dude that Nick Sorensen, the 49ers defensive coordinator, is going to have the target on his head, right? I will say first passing play, he actually did hold up fairly well, but that's one of like probably 30 or 40 plays he's going to have to block him in pass pro tonight. So, yeah, that could be a hydrogen bomb versus coughing baby type of situation. There you go. Get Debo going in the run game. There's that motion. Oh, look at him churn the legs. I don't think he quite got it, but got like an extra yard out of that just from pure effort and grit. There you go. Aggressive running. Jack saying he ain't that athletic. Daddy Messi disagreeing, saying yes, he is. Here we go. We got the Seahawks and the 49ers fan coming to blows right here. I'm going to be Switzerland. He's in the middle. He is fairly athletic. He's not like Justin Fields or anything, right? He's not Josh Allen. He can move a little bit. He can make some guys miss. I mean, honestly, on that first third down conversion, I thought he was going to get run down there, but he made a guy miss. Here you go. There's that crowd getting into it. Got to snap it. They'll get it off. Play action. And, Debo. Oh, he caught it on the bobble. Little play action. Just get Debo out in the flat right there. Get Purdy on the move. Nice. Man, you could see one of the Seahawks defenders, they like sat in the flat kind of anticipating it, but you also have to account for Purdy just running it, right? Oh, not the best throw right there, but Debo able to kind of bring it back into him a little bit. Couldn't quite one-hand it, but just kind of tipped it up to him. Good effort by Debo right there. First down, here we go. 49ers offense on schedule a little bit. 2 for 2 on third down so far. There you go. Now they'll pitch it out to Mason. Look at the blocking. Oh, Mason breaking tackles, cuts it back, gets the edge. Witherspoon to beat. Stiff arm. Oh, my goodness. What a run by Jordan Mason. Look at that. Toss it to the outside. Mason finds the cutback and a good effort at the second level. Cutting it back. He's throwing stiff arms, right? If you want to get greedy, you might tell yourself, oh, Christian McCaffrey would have housed that. But there you go. There you go. Oh, look at the blocking by the 49ers right there. Man. They may have their questions in pass pro, but Kyle Shanahan will always coach them up to block in the running game. There you go. Now the 49ers find themselves at the spot the Seahawks were at, right? 30-yard line. There's that little shuffle motion to Debo that JT O'Sullivan hates so much. He hates it. You watch the QB school. Jack's not loving it, saying maybe next year. Hey, a lot of game left, right? A lot of game left. You got to believe, right? I will always be the optimistic angel on your shoulder, which is ironic because sometimes I struggle to be optimistic about the Vikings, but, Daddy Messi saying you can definitely see 3 games in 11 days on that Seahawks front. Yeah, that's true. They have had some short weeks. Yeah, that's a good point. And they're still a little banged up, right? They got some guys back, but still no Byron Murphy, right? Yeah. Again, they're just sliding Debo out there. I mean, the 49ers do that a lot. There's Purdy dancing again, and he finds the open man. There's Jawan Jennings. Yeah, you give him that much time, someone's going to get open, right? Yeah, it's not looking good early for the Seahawks front. They're not getting any pressure on Purdy whatsoever, and they got hit for a big running play. Man. And this is with like Boya Mafe back, right? Like he's been a big return and like, okay, like Logan Hall playing pretty well, but dude, not looking good for them early. My goodness. Purdy just able to dance around there and eventually someone gets open, right? This is how they've been playing this year, quite honestly. This is like the least structured Kyle Shanahan offense I've ever seen. which is not necessarily a bad thing, but it is just like visually, it's so different from what it was last year. And I'm not saying Purdy didn't do this last year. He did. But Purdy is doing it like multiple times every drive this year. Some of it is out of necessity, right? Again, you're missing maybe the best offensive player in the league. That'll happen. But already a good drive here for the 49ers, right? This is a classic Niners drive, regardless of how they're doing it. Looking at 10 plays, 90 yards, over 7 minutes right now. And yeah, no Nwosu either. Yeah, he's a guy I really like. And he just got back from injury, and then he gets hurt again. Dude, that stinks so much. They're going to pass out of empty. All right, there you go. Here we go. 3rd and goal. Chen 10. I love it. I've never heard that before. That's awesome. Chen 10. Yeah, he has played like 2 quarters. Dude, he's always been like such an underrated hipster player that I've loved. Back when he was with the Chargers too. Yeah. He is a cool player. He's very versatile. He's borderline Andrew Van Ginkel-y. Vikings fan be like, is that another Andrew Van Ginkel? Here we go. 3rd and goal. Man, if you're the Seahawks, you want to force the 49ers into an interesting decision, don't you? There's Juszczyk out wide. You got Ayuk in the slot, Kittle in the slot too. There's that positionless football that we talked about in the NFL's meta. What a play. Is that Artie Burns? Artie Burns making a play. How about Artie Burns making a play in 2024? 4th down. My goodness. Got him going up against Debo, right? Trying to get him a nice clean release. Look at that. That's a little Richard Sherman-esque, right? Corner of the end zone in Seattle against the 49ers. Just knocking the ball away. There's no Malcolm Smith to catch it, but man, that's big. The analytics are saying go for it here. I'm curious what RBSDM would say. But they're going to kick it. And Daddy Messi, you're absolutely right. That has been like the bane of the 49ers' existence, is getting points in the red zone. I mean, honestly, that's like why they lost last week. They left so many points on the table in the red zone. Yeah, it has been rough. They've been like one of the worst red zone offenses in the league. You have to imagine a lot of that is McCaffrey, but just, I don't know. Like, I'd have to like watch a little bit more to figure out like if there's anything schematically going on. Maybe you guys have some good answers, but it's not like they haven't been moving the ball, but once they get inside the 20, man, everything just seems a little bit tighter, right? Jack's saying, you think they should have ran it on 2nd down? Yeah. I mean, they're coming out and empty a lot, right? But yeah, leaving some points on the table. I am curious, like, how much of a recommendation it was to go right there, right? Because I'm trying to think where they were on the field. I don't know if they'll have this up yet or not, but that's what they were saying on Prime at least, right? Let's see if we can pull this up here. I don't know if they'll have it up just yet, but I mean, where were they on the field? Was it the shoot, I don't even know. 25-yard field goal. I guess 90 yards, so it was like what, maybe like the 7-yard line or something? Not the 7, probably closer than that, but I could see like, okay, you're that close, right? If you don't get it, you back them up. Let's see this though. I don't know. This stuff interests me a little bit, but yeah, Seahawks could have had 3 points of their own too. Both teams kind of sputtering out after good-looking drives to start. Oh, interesting. RBSDM says that they should have kicked it. I mean, that's not all these models are consistent, right? So that's another thing. And each team has their own personal model. Well, if you even have one. But anyways, that's just me being me. But big stand right there for the Seahawks, right? You're getting punched in the mouth. It looks like you're about to surrender an opening drive, like 97-yard touchdown drive. Doesn't happen. 3 points, Seattle. All right. Can you move the ball again on offense now? Really, it was just the big play in the passing game, right? They're trying to get the run game going early with Kenny Walker. I respect it, but he's got 3 for 5 right now. All right, second drive. Let's see what we got in the passing game here. Let's see how our offensive line is looking tonight. Let's see if Stone Forsythe can actually hold up all game against Nick Bosa or not, because the jury might be out on that still. But let's see it. But yeah, red zone offense has been killer. Jack saying try to force a guess on 3rd down instead of Hawks knowing pass. Yeah. I mean, it was, 2nd down and goal from the 7. Could have ran it and got like 2 or 3 yards even. Mile marker disappointed, but points do win the game. Daddy Messi saying definitely should have run at 2nd and goal from the 10. Yeah. That is a big, big stop right there, though. All right, what can you do? Man, that drive took up a lot of the quarter. Shorten the game a little bit. I don't hate that if you're the 49ers, right? Oh, geez. A little bit of miscommunication on the kickoff, maybe. All right. Well, the Seahawks are going to be backed up now. Yeepers. Ruh-roh, raggy. Here comes Nick Bosa. 0.67 second average takeoff time. That's crazy. Minimum of 60 pass rushes. It's better than the other term that they use. I've seen some people call it get off time. It's like, all right. All right. We can probably phrase that better. No way Jay Harbaugh's your special teams coordinator. That's crazy. I feel like I saw that somewhere before, but I forgot. Now they're going to run it again. Man, 49ers defense ready for the run early. I'm sure maybe they knew too. Maybe they also heard the Ryan Grubb press conference where they're like, we got to run the ball more. Yeah, there's nothing going on the ground right now for Kenny. There you go. Spread it out. Open it up here. 2nd down. No, they're going to run it again. Oh, there you go. A little shake and bake from Walker. There you go. Make it a much more manageable 3rd down. All right. Fair play, Ryan Grubb. You spread him out. Obvious pass right here, right? And then you pull a little draw play of sorts. That was a nice run by Kenneth Walker, too. A nice little move in the open field. And they tried to run over that defender at the end. Couldn't quite get him, but all right. Now you're looking at a 3rd and 2. There you go. There it takes away that predictability, right? They can do whatever they want here. I bet you they pass it here. Based off the way Walker was moving forward, he's ready to be in pass protection. Yep, there you go. There's Noah Fant. First time we've said his name here tonight. You know, he's turned into a decent player, all things considered, right? All things considered. You know, maybe not quite living up to his 1st-round draft billing, but he's a good tight end. Really? Did he wear a run the damn ball hat? I didn't know that. That's awesome. Mike McDonald. I mean, after what happened on Sunday, yeah. I mean, Mike ain't calling plays on offense. Very true. I wonder if he's doing a, hey, Ryan, run the ball, or else I'll put you in timeout. Mike Zimmer totally did that. There you go. Now you got a nice play action. Gino with time. Looking for DK. He was well covered right there, though. Lenoir on him. Also had a little bit of help from 27. That was a good pickup in pass protection right there, though, by the back. Gino had time there on play action. Wanted to take a shot, but they had DK covered up pretty well. You'd be intimidated by Mike? Yeah, I would be scared by him too. Cedar Shoals legend. True story. For any of you Georgia folks in here. Ooh. That was a tight window right there. They're trying to get DK going here. That's like, what, the 3rd or 4th time they've targeted him already? That was well covered too. 49ers secondary. Sans Charvarius Ward. Holding up fairly well right now. Oh, DK maybe could have caught it. That is a tough catch. I mean, you have to have crazy concentration to haul that one in. But Gino put that in a really good spot, dude. That was a good throw by Gino. Here we go. The look ahead is saying 4th and 2 or less. Michael saying go Jaguars for Cedar Shoals. Yeah, he went there, believe it or not. And I think he was like a grad assistant at UGA for 1 year. Gino's got time again. Oh, incomplete. Going to DK again. Man, how many targets is that for DK Metcalf already? It's got to be like 5, right? 4th down, the Boo Bird's coming out already. Wow. You know, Gino's actually had some time so far to throw. Man. Yeah, they'll have a double team on Bosa all night. I say that Gino just got decked on that throw, but he had time. You know, Malik Collins got there. Gino put it in a good spot again, man. Gino's throwing the ball well right now. Again, tough catch for DK, but Gino is like looking for some impossibly tight windows, but he's actually putting them in there. Man, what is up with these special teams mishaps so far? We got a slip on the punt return now. We got Parachamp in here. Let's go. Welcome to the stream, Parachamp, saying, hey, Doc, how's it going? It is going good. We've got some primetime football, rivalry game, two very talented teams going at it. I'm fired up for this one. Some miscues early on in this game, but overall, we saw a great drive by the 49ers. We saw a sick play by DK Metcalf. Can't complain too much. I still have faith that this will be a good game. That's for sure. But Jack has wondered why he keeps forcing it into tight coverage. Yeah, Gino is like on a heat check already. Like he's on a heat check to like start off the game. I mean, he's really trying to get it to DK there. And again, like it is honestly impressive, like how close he is to like hitting these throws, right? But there has been very little that's been easy for this passing game so far. Really, the only easy play was that catch and run by DK. They haven't really looked JSN's way at all. They hit Fant for one. Haven't seen any Lockett yet. And the running game hasn't been easy. It's been kind of tight so far for the Seahawks offense. You feel like you feel like it could be a little bit better. And when the Seahawks have had like their down moments on offense, it's usually been because of like bad line play. But we haven't even seen that. They haven't quite been firing on all cylinders yet, as far as the quarterback and receivers and maybe the play caller a little bit. But if they could figure that out, they're blocking well right now. I know I've talked about that a lot, but that was the one thing that concerned me when I said Seahawks are going to win is like, I don't know, dude, this line could get trampled. But granted, it's been 2 drives. That has not been the case so far. So if they can start getting guys open, I feel like they'll be able to hit them and put up some points, man. Parachamp asking if that's a Kittle jersey I'm rocking. It is. It is. I don't necessarily have a rooting interest in this game, but I've had this jersey for a while. They just so happen to be wearing it tonight, right? I do love me some George Kittle, and I had to wind up Jack a little bit too, right? Got to get a reaction just for the content, right? Just for the content. Oh, man. Got to do it for the content. Michael's incredulous. He can't believe that Jake Bobo hasn't touched the ball yet. Get him the ball. He's goated. We got BearPod in here. Welcome to the stream, BearPod. Appreciate you so much for the super. Thank you so much, man. Saying, what's up, Dr. Pig family? This watch party makes TNF games tolerable to watch. Go Hawks. Thank you so much, man. That is awesome. Appreciate the love. And you know what? I'm glad you're liking the streams. Thank you so much, man. Shout out BearPod. Welcome to the Dr. Pigskin family, man. Let's go. Let's go. Jack saying if the Seahawks had competent right side of the line, they'd easily have a top 3 offense. Yeah, man. I mean, dude, the skill players in quarterback play are just so sick. If they had an average offensive line, this offense would be unbelievable, dude. A little check down to Jordan Mason. Good effort to keep him from getting the first, right? Second and short, which makes it very, very easy, right? But you just never know. Good effort, good tackle right there. Is that Rayshon Jenkins? There you go. Good play right there. I like it. I like the fight. National Tight Ends Day is next week. Kittle versus Kelsey on National Tight End Day. We will be there. That will be cinema. That's awesome. I suppose it is that time of year, isn't it? Let's go. Was it block, release, catch, spike? That's the motto, right? There you go. Look at that. There you go. Stack them up on second down. Third down, shout out Rayshon Jenkins. It's third down because Rayshon Jenkins made a tough open field tackle to bring down Jordan Mason just short of the first. They get a TFL on second down. Here you go. Third down. What does Mike McDonald have cooked up right here? You got to think advantage 49ers here based off the trenches so far, right? But you never know. It's getting loud. It's getting loud. I feel like you got to run it right here, right? The running game with Mason has been working so well so far. No, play action. Purdy, jump pass, knocked away. What a play. How about it? Rayshon Jenkins. Oh, I'm giving him all the credit for that drive right there. That was a great play, though, by Love. That was a great play by Love. Diving deflection. Dude, shout out Rayshon Jenkins for making that happen. And a great play. Good play for the safeties here. This was a safety type of drive. Look at that. He read Kittle all the way. Diving and swats it away. How about it? Force a punt. To force a punt right away, that's big. We got a flag down. Another special teams miscue. Get a false start probably. Pearchamp asking, when does Sam Howell play? Never. Respectfully, in a perfect world, never. I don't know, man. I thought it was so interesting when the Seahawks traded for Sam Howell. And maybe he is the quarterback of the future, or at least you're going to have him sit behind Geno for a year or two to develop and then figure out what you got when Geno's old or expensive or something. Honestly, dude, I don't know. I still think Geno Smith might have some good football left in him. I think you might want to pay Geno again, to be completely honest with you. I'm so high on Geno Smith. Like, I thought he played pretty well last year, all things considered. Their offensive line was terrible. Dude, I don't know, man. The way he's been throwing the football this year, I don't think you'll want to move on from him. I think he's a fantastic quarterback. Jack says no. I don't know, dude. I mean, I'm curious, like, your perspective on this, right? As a Seahawks fan that watches every single snap. But every time I've turned on the Seahawks, I've just been blown away by Geno Smith. Oh, okay. You're saying no, as in Geno's our best bet for the next 2-3 years. No, I'm with you. And he's like a bit older, right? Because he's been around the block. He's like maybe 33. Like, okay, he's probably not going to be this good when he's like 39. He probably won't even play till he's 39. But yeah, I don't know, dude. For fun, I went on the Ringer today and like Steven Ruiz has got his ever controversial quarterback rankings, right? But you can like make your own. I made mine. I think Geno came in at 10 for me. I'm seriously so high on Geno Smith. I think he's such a good quarterback. I mean, we just saw him absolutely hoop in prime time a few weeks ago. He was unbelievable against the Lions. There you go. First quarter in the books, 3-0. Bit of a wonky game so far. Some long drives, some short drives, some mistakes. 3-0, still anyone's ball game. Man, it looked grim for the Seahawks early, though, didn't it, right? They're getting gashed by the 49ers, but just a few big stops has been the difference so far. Just a few big stops. Jack says, give Geno a competent line and he's an MVP candidate. I'm like kind of with you there, honestly. I seriously am, dude. And with the receivers that they have, oh, yeah. Daddy Messi saying, if you're throwing the ball 30 to 4 times a game and Geno hasn't broken down with turnovers, he's a good quarterback. Yeah, sometimes he does put like a little bit too much dip on his chip, right? It happens to him. He'll get in a heat check mode sometimes. It'll force some. But man, he hits enough of those that you can't really blame him. Like he will like pull out some zany, incredible throws. So it's just been so fascinating to see the quarterback he's turned into because he was not even close to this dude with New York. And I get like just a worse team, right? Worse environment, terrible environment to develop. And he had to mature a little bit, right? He had his own issues. I say that, like all things considered, like issues to mature from, like it could be a lot worse. Like it's not like he did anything terrible, but he had the incident, you know. But it is so cool to see the player that he's turned into, and that like 2022 was not just a flash in the pan. Like he really is just like a dude at quarterback. No, I mean, Mahomes does have a lot of turnovers. Obviously, like a lot of QBs turn the ball over a lot. Josh Allen turns the ball over a lot, right? Like if you're that good, I don't really care that much when Josh throws like 15 picks. Obviously, you wouldn't like that to happen. But if you're that good of a quarterback, usually the good from trying those crazy things far outweighs the bad, right? So yeah, I get that. BearPod saying, ideally we will see a Shanahan versus McDonald chess match for a long time. No, I could get down with that, right? These are two of the brightest minds at their respective side of the ball. It is pretty sick how Mike McDonald ended up in the NFC West. He gets to go against Shanahan and McVay twice a year. Like, all right, there we go. Daddy Messi saying, no, I'm saying Geno is good. He's been throwing Favre numbers and doesn't turn the ball over as much as you would think. Yeah. I suppose I don't know how many picks he has this year, but I know there's like 1 or 2 games. It's like he had like 2 picks, but it's like, but like, I don't know. I don't really care. Roethlisberger was a pick machine too. Yeah, no, he would fire that thing. Jack misses Drew Lock. Do you? I suppose he did have like the game of the year for the Seahawks last year, right? He put it on. It still fit. That was pretty sick. And what a throw to JSN that was. I mean, dude hit the throw of his life. Drew Lock. There's an account on Vikings Twitter that is obsessed with Drew Lock. Lock to Mini. I don't know if you've seen his profile before, but Start with Walker again. Man, they were not kidding. They're just going to run the ball. I guess it's not starting the drive, but starting the quarter with Kenny Walker. That Eagles game was a trip. Yeah, that was like right around the time I was graduating college. It was just such a weird time in my life. And I remember like packing up my apartment and moving out, and I had that game on, and I was like, what the heck just happened? I was like, oh, Drew Lock just led like a 95-yard game-winning drive. Guess the Eagles are cooked now. Tavares Jackson. Oh yeah, he did pass away. I remember I was in a social studies class at UGA when I found out about that. That was so sad, man. Now they'll throw it to Walker. Nothing. What a play by Fred Warner. Just thumping him. Oh man, he came out of nowhere and boomed him. He brought the boom to you. Wow. Yeah, it was really a screen on 3rd and short, wasn't it? Fred Warner was not fooled whatsoever. Let's look at this. Oh, yeah, he snuffed that out so quickly. Fights through the blocks and pops him. Oh, man. He might be playing like the best football of his career, honestly. He's a legit Defensive Player of the Year candidate the way he's playing right now. Man. I feel like this has been his best year yet, like, against the run or like making physical plays like that too. He's always had it in him, right? But he's always been like, oh, he's like sick in coverage and like good against the run and stuff. But he's just made so many physical plays this year. I love the edge he's playing with. And of course, he still makes unreal plays in coverage too. I think he has a pick 6, doesn't he? Had a crazy pick against the Vikings. He's a baller, man. He's a Hall of Famer. He's got to be. He's got to be. Pearchamp asking thoughts on no more Saleh for the Jets. Thought it was too soon since the division is still very winnable and it's early in the season. Oh, yeah, I'm with you. I think that was crazy. We all know why they did it, right? And they'll tell you otherwise. I don't believe it for one sec. Aaron Rodgers made the call. Oh, Debo wide open. Makes a man miss. Will he go? Touchdown, Debo. Wow, 49ers, quick answer. Debo waving off the crowd. I like when Debo plays with a little bit of attitude. I love it. Debo, bare naked, makes a man miss. Touchdown. I feel like that's his first big player of the year. Nah, I'm probably wrong, but yeah, just no one there, right? Purdy just floats it. Debo able to catch it. Easy as you like. Boy, Amafe's not catching him. Man, everyone went with Ayuk there. Ayuk just completely took away whoever was supposed to be on Debo. Julian Love, I take it, based off Jack's comment. Dude, he was terrified of whatever Ayuk was doing, like a little slant or something. Wow. There you go. Kyle cooked. There you go. Kyle answering the call, as he always seems to do. Kyle cooked. Jack saying maybe next year will be different. Lot of game left. Come on. Here we go. I feel like at this point, though, if you're the Seahawks, all right, you've made your point. You've run the ball. You've already given Kenny Walker the ball more times than you did last week. All right, Ryan Grubb, you've made your point. Let's let Geno cook now. Let's get JSN the ball a little bit, maybe. Let's spread it out and not just force it to DK every play. Let's drop back and let's throw the football, all right? My personal opinion as someone that is not a coach, obviously, but I don't know. 7 for 28 doing it for me. No, the DPOY race has been great this year. The dude I see on my screen right now for a Campbell's Chunky commercial, I mean, honestly, he might be my pick right now. The big dog in New York, Sexy Dexy. I mean, he's just been disgusting. Oh, he might be my pick, but Hutch has been great. He's in the race too. Obviously, you got Fred Warner in there. How about Pat Surtain? You got to have him in the race too, the way he's playing corner right now. A lot of good defensive players out there right now. I might pick Dexter Lawrence. I know we're like 5 weeks in or whatever, but I don't know. Give it to him. Dude, he really is that good. Safety blew straight past him. Mini Miracle-esque. Oh, I love the shout out right there. A little Marcus Williams moment. Yeah, he just completely whiffed on him. Bear Pod, the triple crying emojis. Daddy Messi saying dropping the shoulder, looking for the big hit. That shouldn't be a touchdown. You got to bring him to the ground. Yeah, he whiffed on the hit stick right there. That's me when I play NCAA and I go up against like a semi-decent opponent, just trying to like just wreck them. Always whiffing with the hit stick. Jack say now they show Dexter Lawrence like he didn't murder us on Sunday. Hey, to be fair, he's murdered like everyone this year. He is taking no prisoners. Now, I respect the PS2 pick, honestly. Like, he's just been such a shutdown corner, and now like he has a pick 6 to his name too. And as lame as this might sound, like that will totally matter for the voters, right? If they can go back to a Pat Surtain play that they actually remember, right? I like Michael's suggestion. Hey, if we're gonna go off pick 6s, I mean, hey, I don't know. Andrew Van Ginkel may or may not have scored more touchdowns than Tyreek Hill this year, so I don't know. Maybe he's goated. Let's go. Van Ginky. Let's go. Jack saying easy to look good when you go against Anthony Bradford. I can get a sack with him blocking me. Yeah, there's some issues on that Seahawks line. Oh, Xavier McKinney. No, that's a great call, Pair Champ. McKinney should be in the race too. He has been an absolute beast. 5 picks and a ground interception. The fumble recovery. I love it. Nah, McKinney absolutely should get a shout too. He's on pace. Oh no, did they fumble the kickoff? Oh no. Bro. Oh my goodness. It goes from bad to worse. Oh, I'm sorry, Jack. Yikers, dude. Special teams has just been brutal. Man. We got Laywell in here. Welcome to the stream, Laywell. Good to have you in here. Saying Doc, all caps with a smiley. Good to have you in here, Laywell. How about that big win for your Chiefs on Monday night? Jack, a little bit of a crash out right now. Hey, we'll see what happens here. I'm sure you don't want to hear that right now. Maybe I should just zip it. Nah, you might be onto something with Jay Harbaugh being a problem. This is pretty bad from the Seahawks special teams. This has been a few major miscues already. Yeah, that's been pretty rough. That is the kind of stuff that can get you fired as a special teams coordinator. Benjamin St. Just should support a good team like the Panthers. I do have a Panthers jersey. The Ocean Chickens, I love it. Mason is going to churn, not get a whole lot. No QB has lost to Mahomes more than Derek Carr. Yeah, that sounds about right. An old tradition, right? Hey, speaking of Saints quarterbacks, guess who's getting the start on Sunday? Rat Pack, rise up, baby. Spencer Rattler, we're here. I may or may not have Spencer Rattler on one of my dynasty teams. He ain't going to see the field for me because I've got nuts. I've got Richardson and Love at quarterback, but Spencer Rattler, it's his time to shine, baby. Let's go. I'll hand it to Mason again. Man, he just, look at that. Gets like an extra 2 yards right there. Look at him run the ball. Michael saying the 49ers definitely heard what Jack was saying after the Super Bowl. Oh, boy. I feel like there's a story there. I'm a little curious now. The agenda. Let's go. I take it we have a fellow Mina Kimes podcast listener in here, or maybe just plugged into a Saints Twitter. The agenda. Hashtag the agenda. Oh, yeah. That's awesome. I was actually listening to them talk about that today when I was making dinner. That's so awesome. Here we go. Big third down, though. Oh, here comes pressure. Purdy escapes. He's worked his way out of field goal range. Can he find an open man? He just throws it away. How about a big stop right there by the Seahawks defense? Oh, if they can hold him to 3 and keep it a 2-score game. Hang on a second. There's that pressure again. And Purdy, he's kind of doing like his best Russell Wilson impression. He just spins out of the pocket, looking for an open man. Nothing there, right? There's that choppiness, that inconsistency from this 49ers offense that we talked about in pregame. He was playing with fire there, but he was able to escape, right? Certainly can't take a sack that far back. Here we go. That's right, the 49ers have had their kicker situation. Who is their kicker? M. Wright. Is that like Mitch Wright? He drilled it. There we go. 13-0. Still a 2-score game, though. Still a 2-score game. What'd I tell you, Jack? A lot of game left. Let's go. At this point, I'm rooting for the Seahawks to make it an interesting game. I'll at least... Dude, that's crazy. They literally just showed my water bottle in that commercial. If you guys saw that Hydro Flask commercial, they showed my exact water bottle. That's crazy. There it is. There it is. It's the main one. Let's go. Matthew Wright. All right. Michael, we got to get your thicker kicker agenda off the ground, man. I feel like you got to get his jersey when he makes the league. You need to, dude. I might help supply that. Oh, man. Mason reminds me of how Pacheco runs. I like it. Angry legs, right? I love it. I love it. Jack saying, welcome back to the Mina Show featuring Lenny, the only NFL podcast where one of our hosts eats off the floor. That's Lenny. The Lenny puns are always good. I can't remember what today's was, but those are always good. Sometimes I miss them when I'm skipping through the ads, but happens to the best of us. Laywell saying he was the Chiefs' replacement kicker for a game or two when Butker was out a couple of seasons ago. A little bit of Chiefs kicker lore right there. I actually did not know that. Matthew Wright. All right, there you go. I learned a new player today. I love it. Let's look up Mr. Matthew Wright's Pro Football Reference, shall we? Matthew Wright. Oh, I see he's rocking the Jags as well. Pittsburgh Steelers for a little bit. Where's the Pro Football Reference? There we go. Oh, he's been everywhere. He's a Super Bowl champ. Wait, oh, Chiefs, duh. I was like, who do you win the Super Bowl with? He's been around the block a little bit. All right. There you go. Yeah, 49ers. I like it. Could take a sneak peek at my tabs there a little bit, right? I was doing a little bit of research before the game, right? Got to know what I'm talking about and all that. Jack saying today was about Kenneth Walker being a K9. And oh, that's right. Feed K9. That's right. Game plan should be feed K9. I do remember hearing that. He's not very good. Talking about Matthew Wright. Yeah. Tough. When you don't have a good kicker, that's tough. But, man, more points. I'm not trying to be like too mean to the 49ers here, but I just like... That has been a story for them, is leaving points on the table. There you go again. Like, they could easily be up 21-0 right now. Or it could be like 21-7 or something. But I'm not trying to be too mean, Daddy Messi, I promise. Don't hate me. I'm rocking the Kittle. It's all good. I play both sides. That way I always come out on top. Oh, looks nice in Seattle. It's so crazy, though. We're still at that time of year where, like, primetime games on the West Coast will have sunlight. Like, I remember watching the first, like, quarter of the 49ers-Jets Monday night game. That was so weird, dude. The sun was, like, still, like, way up in the sky, like, shining down on the field. It's like, dude, this is so weird. Watching a Monday night game where just, like, you could see the sun just, like, beating down on the field. We'll get there soon enough, though. And the sun will go down eventually enough. We'll get under the lights. Wow, I struggled to speak with that sentence. But Laywell saying 5 carries last week after 3 tutty performance. He's been rooting for y'all too since I love K9 and my K-State legend, Tyler Lockett. I've got a fun story about Tyler Lockett for Kansas State. And I'll get to here in a sec. But there's a certain game I always think of. There's a certain team that beat Tyler Lockett's K-State. Don't want to dig up some bad memories for you, Laywell. But I don't know if you watched that game or not. But let's just say Kansas State, week 1, 2013, they played against someone, and someone won that game. They had, and that K-State had Tyler Lockett on that team. Fun fact, since 2019, every Hawks-Niners primetime game has seen the road team win. Interesting. I actually did not know that. Huh. I suppose we've seen this game in Seattle a lot on primetime, it feels like. Saw it on Thanksgiving last year. Saw it on Thursday night 2 years ago. Geno gonna scramble. He's been doing that. Oh, it's coming back. It's coming back. There's a flag down. That Thursday night game 2 years ago, that was like the game where it was like, oh, Al Michaels might be a little bit washed in the booth. There was a crazy George Kittle touchdown where he like caught a deep pass and he made like 2 or 3 guys miss after the catch. Al Michaels sounded like he could not care less. He was like, Kittle, caught it, in, score. It's like, all right. Al Michaels might be cooked a little bit. The gun emoji. That is tough. The penalty spot. Yeah. Let's just say Tyler Lockett lost to North Dakota State once. Horns up, baby. Anyways. Now you'll get a screen to Charbonnet. You'll get a lot of the yards back there. Had to go look it up. Dude, I'd like just turned 13 years old for that game. And I remember like Kansas State, they weren't ranked, but they were like just outside the top 25. And I was so hyped up for that game. I remember watching it with some of my friends and we won that game, dude. I was so fired up. Oh, Gino. Gino hears me gassing him up. He's out here sailing a few throws. We have another penalty flag down. Oh, it's a free play. Okay, maybe that's why I just ripped it. But Bosa offsides. Touche. Hey. You guys got a good one. I do love me some K-State. I will say, for a little bit of Dr. lore. So for my newspaper, we have a tradition where like people from the community, like business owners, and usually like one of our writers will be in a year-long pick'em competition for college football, and they'll like publish the results in the paper each week. So if you go look at White County News, which I guess you'd have to pay for it. Oh, Gino, dude, he had JSN there. That was third down. Oh my gosh, that was there, dude. He just missed him. Oh my gosh. Was there pressure there? I mean, a little. Yeah. But that's a throw you can hit, though. Man. Punts. That's brutal for the Seahawks. You got to start finding a little bit of rhythm on offense. But mile marker's tired. Get to stretch out and listen. Thank you. Hey, thank you. Good luck with your stretch. You know, I've been trying to stretch a little bit more myself, right? Stretching is important. Got to be flexible. Got to protect your joints. I respect the hustle. Jack saying every week, turnover just kills our momentum. Yeah, tough. Here you go, though. You got it backed up a little bit. Backed up again. I mean, last time you got it backed up, they marched, but then they left points on the table. But, again, you just got to keep this a 2-score game, right? Gets to 3 scores, you start to get a little concerned maybe a little bit. If you can keep it at 2 scores or less at halftime, if you're Seattle, you feel like maybe you have a chance. Make some adjustments on offense at halftime, come out with a different game plan, figure out something that'll work. It's been a little choppy for them. I would love to hear a fun fact. There's Kittle. Brought down right away. Seahawks have not had an interception since week 1. I actually did not know that. I guess that makes sense. Y'all picked off Bo Nix like 8 times or whatever, right? They were ranked number 1 with Colin Klein at quarterback. Shout out to him. That's a name right there. Colin Klein. That's right. He was on the cover of Sports Illustrated too. It was like the best player that you've never heard of on the best team you've never heard of or something like that. I do remember the Colin Klein K-State aura. That was a fun year in college football, too. A little toss out to Mason. Oh, he's got some space. 10 years later, and Tennessee was in the same boat. Wait. Tennessee. Oh, yeah. The 1 week that they were number 1. Laywell loving the Colin Klein love right there. Oh, boy, we got Jordan Mason down now. This is a backfield that's already taken a few hits. Who's the other back for the 49ers? Isaac Horrendo. That's right. Yeah. Dang, dude. I knew I should have drafted him in Dynasty. Dang. Yeah. Crazy speedy back out of Louisville. They spammed zone with him so much. Would he be the next guy up? Probably, right? Is Colin Klein really K-State's current OC? That's so sick if that's true. That's awesome. I'm going to choose to believe it, even if it's not true. That's awesome. He did finish high in the Heisman voting. It was like him and RG3, right? Or not RG3. Would that have been Manziel? I think that was Manziel. But yeah, what a great year. But anyways, I never finished my my lore story. So yeah, for the newspaper, right, we have this pick and challenge is what we call it, right? And it's like me, there's like the the football coach, the high school football coach, the high school basketball coach. There's like a business owner. There's like a few other people from the community. But all of our headshots are there. And then we pick 12 games each week. Our sports editor has us pick like 12 games, right? Season-long competition, tracking who's the best. I'm in a tight one right now with the basketball coach. Man, he's got one game on me. I had a good week last week, though. I gained 2 games on him. We've been going back and forth, but Laywell, you'll be happy to know we've had a lot of K-State games on there. I always gotta pick K-State, right? I gotta support Chris Kleiman, so I've been picking K-State a lot in that challenge, I will say. Oh, he's A&M's coordinator now. Ah, okay, that makes sense. Texas A&M. School of elite takes. If you know, you know. Parachamp saying, if I had a nickel for every injured running back on the Niners, I would have 2. Oh, sorry, I got to try and do the voice here. I see what you're doing. Hold on. I might completely butcher this. I've never tried a Doofenshmirtz before, but let's try this. If I had a nickel for every injured running back on the 49ers, I would have 2, which isn't a lot, but it's weird it's happened twice. Perry the platypus. That's not bad. Well, if it isn't Perry the platypus, behold my running back injurnator. I don't know that K-State was on my pick'em this week. He just like picks 12 games for us to pick. I'm trying to remember, but I swear, like every time they've popped up, I've picked them. I've been picking them. Don't worry. Who do they play this week? If you told me, then I would remember. Jay Ajayi. That's a name. Jay Ajayi. That's a great name. Eagles, Dolphins, Immaculate Grid. Boom. Oh, I'm fired up for the Immaculate Grid here for halftime. I was thinking about I won't lie. I was thinking ahead a little bit. I was like, all right, if there is Seahawks 49ers on this grid, which they usually seem to do, I've got a few names in mind. I've got a crazy one. Irving Fryer. Oh, let's go. Irving Fryer. He was like a borderline Hall of Famer. Colorado. Oh, yeah. That's right. I did pick K-State. Pearchamp loves the impression. Let's go. Dude, I love just ripping a good old impression. Even if they're not always good. I just love trying, right? One day I'll do my surfer fish from SpongeBob. We're going to save that for another day. It'll have to come up organically. But believe me, you might know who I'm talking about. The surfer dude fish from SpongeBob. Dude, that's my best one. By far. I can do a nasty one of that. Chris Conley. Yeah, I love the random players we're saying here. Fun fact about Chris Conley, he made a Star Wars short film when he was at, was it UGA? I think it was UGA. Maybe it was like his first few years in the NFL when he was with the Chiefs. But he made a Star Wars short film by himself. I actually watched it. It was pretty good. It was pretty sick, honestly. I was like, that's awesome. Kerryon Johnson. Everyone looking up at the Mormons in the Big 12 with the Jewish QB. It is the high tide guy, yeah. Maybe I'll just do it. He made me experience high tide. Oh! He made me experience high tide. Dude, bury me. Oh! Quincy Enunwa. That's a good one. Tevin Coleman. I'm loving these. Armand Watts. Yo, that's a name I haven't thought about in years. Meanwhile, Kittle just gets killed. My goodness. Mark Barron, Bama legend. I got to think of a few now. How about Dre Kirkpatrick if we're going to go Alabama DBs? Bear Pod loves it. We want to go with some crazy ones. How about Tank Carradine? I was thinking about random 49ers, right? Tank Carradine. I'll save my other one. I'll save my crazy 49er for the grid because I'm like 99% sure he also played for the Seahawks. Deion Buchanan, Madden Ultimate Team God, back when he played at linebacker. Isaac Sopoaga, Trey Waynes. Gus Johnson, that's a good one. Oh, yeah. Touchdown, Ohio State. Purdy escapes again, man. Purdy's just been running and running and running. Dude, he's going to end up with like 600 rushing yards this year. Isaac Sopowaga is a legendary pull right there. Brandon Mebane, I've used him on a grid a few times. Seahawks legend, Seahawks Chargers. How about Clinton McDonald? Oh, Clinton McDonald. I love using him. I've had Seahawks Super Bowl champ before. I love pulling a little Clinton McDonald. Oh, we have another Game 5 in MLB. That's awesome. Jerry Rice. Oh, that's right. Cleveland won. Oh, should have been us, man. Should have been us. There's Horrendo. Is that his first carry? Tried to get him to the outside, right? You got to do it. You got to get the speedy guy on the outside. I'm glad that people love the surfer dude. The high tide right there. That's awesome. Red Bryant. Oh, that's another good one. I haven't thought about Red Bryant in eons. Oh, man. Yeah, they're talking about the short week right now for the Seahawks defense. Yeah, big game for the Royals tonight, right? Going up against the New York Yankees and Bob Costas. And it's grounded into a double play again. I can't believe it. I'm furious. I'm Bob Costas. Debo on the designed run. We've seen a lot of Debo carries so far. I feel like that's something that the 49ers have gone away from more and more, right? But I guess now you're really shorthanded in the backfield. That's kind of what prompted this in the first place, right? Look, think about, was it 2021? They had so many guys go down due to injury, right? They're like, all right, we'll just make Debo a running back, I guess. Or a wide back is what they called it. And it was so sick and it was so much fun. But I get Debo being like, hey, I don't want to be carrying the ball 16 times a game, you know? Terrence Metcalf, Chris Ivory, 1,000-yard rusher, Chris Ivory. Here we go. Big third down for Seattle. There you go. Finally got something in structure for this Niners offense. Juwan Jennings on an out route. I feel like that's the first time today that Purdy has just been able to sit back there and find the open guy right away, right? And Jennings has been so big for them with some of the injuries that they've had. There you go. Just a little out route right there. Easy as you like. Big first down, right? Tom Brady. Now, if you're the Seahawks, right, you can hold them to 3 and still technically 2-score game, but then you got to get two-point conversions, right? Man, if you're the 49ers, you could score a touchdown, go for 2 to go up 21-0 potentially. Offense might have found its footing a little bit. There's Horrendo again. He'll fall forward this time. Here we go. Oh, holding though, maybe. Well, the 49ers are pointing this way. Maybe it's on the Seahawks. Oh, it's a face mask. Oh, man. That's tough. Yeah, it's not looking good now, man. Jack just wants points. Hopefully he can get some before halftime. Ugh. Man. Michael, that old defensive line. Ray McDonald. What a interesting career path that he took. We'll say that. Isaac Sopowaga, Justin and Alden Smith. Yeah, that team was. And you got Navarro Bowman and Patrick Willis. And was it Paris Harlison at linebacker? Remember Paris Harlison? Yeah. Or was it Ahmad Brooks? It was probably both of them, but Horrendo stuffed. Jack doesn't want to watch a live slaughter again. That's kind of been the trend of these matchups, right? It's been the 49ers winning big in Seattle in prime time on a Thursday. Yeah, that has been kind of a trend. And I was hoping today would like return some of like the aura to the rivalry, right? But it's starting to look a little rough. Oh, I love the Bob Costas quote. That was awesome. I'll have to read that in its entirety here after this play. Dude, I'm loving the vibe of chat right now. We're just having a great time, man. Oh, incomplete. 3rd and long. Hold on. All right, here we go. Strop is on his way out, pointing towards the heavens. We can only ask or wonder that he is asking some departed relative for forgiveness for this atrocious performance. You know, I get why Bob Costas gets a lot of grief, and like honestly, he's a guy that's kind of washed too. But he's so hilarious. Dude, I don't care. Like I know he can be kind of annoying, especially if like you're the Royals and it's like, oh, he's so mad that they grounded into a double play. But like honestly, it's such a fun tradition making fun of Bob Costas every year. He's just so funny, dude. He's so unintentionally hilarious. He's just got such a unique style. I kind of respect it. We're going to miss him when he's gone. You know, it's different. Remember when he used to do Sunday Night Football pregame stuff? He was not necessarily in the booth, but he used to be he used to have the pregame show on NBC way back in the day. Remember that? Man, that feels like a long time ago now. It's been a minute since Bob Costas has done football. But yeah, Sidney Rice, let's go. Sidney Rice. I used to have a Sidney Rice Vikings jersey. All right, here you go. Once again, trying to make this a game right here. It's still just a two-score game. If the Seahawks can get a touchdown here before halftime, things are a little interesting. Just a little. I do love the random players. Dante Whitner. Remember when he changed his name to Dante Hittner? Carlos Rogers. Dustin Keller. That's a great one. Dustin Keller. Tavares Jackson. T-Jack. Shout out. R.I.P. man. The ultimate coin toss good luck charm. Tanner Massaquoi. Remember Muhammad Massaquoi? When James Harrison put him in a body bag? Lewa says, man, I honestly don't mind it. Being a Royals fan, being a fan of baseball team, I've seen it's far worse. Being a fan of that baseball team, I've seen far worse than Bob Costas commentating our games. Yeah. Hey, and if you get a Bob Costas game, it's like, hey, we made the playoffs, right? All right, Seattle, you've got 2:33 left. You have all three timeouts. Offense has stalled out, though, right? You just, I don't know, man. Like, I won't sit here and claim like I have the perfect schematic answer. I'm not going to say they need to start running flood more, but what they've been doing has not been working. That's what I'll say. I love it. Seahawks want the ball and they're going to score. Rather be cocky than defeated. Oh, you got to go down swinging, right? The old Matt Hasselbeck way. I'm sure he won't change a thing, nor should he. No regrets. Be competitive. Man, DK's their leading receiver off of one catch. That's kind of tough. Has JSN even gotten a catch yet? No. He has one target, 0 catches, 0 yards. Oh, man. Antonio Brown karate kicking the punter. No, the Massaquoi hit was back in 2010. I think the Antonio Brown, was it Spencer Lanning? Was that his name? That happened in 2013, I want to say. I love the Iron Eagle call. Hurdles, kicks a man. That was maybe the moment we started to think, maybe there's something a little off with AB. Oh, man. They're just bagging right now. Exactly. They're going to start trying in the second half. I would snap the ball before the 2-minute warning, personally. I guess not. Playing for the shock. I love it. Yeah, right. You don't want to front run on this course, right? You're on Mario Raceway. You want to shock, get the shock on the third lap, and then chain it into a golden, hit it on the final turn, but bam. That's how you win in Raceway. Still got to do Mario Kart and Ball Talk Part 2. I promise that'll come soon. I'll have to figure out a good day for that. But Mario Kart and Ball Talk Part 2. Yeah, 2014, that's what it was. But yeah, the James Harrison hit, that was 2010. That was the year that James Harrison would get like a $500,000 fine every other week. That dude was out there killing people. And that was like the first year that NFL started taking like hits to the head somewhat seriously. James Harrison was like, well, I'm just going to pick up Vince Young and slam him down by his head. To me, that was like the most hilarious James Harrison moment ever. He just literally, I think it was Vince Young. He just picked him up and dropped him on his head. It was so funny. Oh, man. Cam Chancellor, he was a dog. Can't bag. This isn't Chessland, Cheeseland, or dry desert. Oh, man. You get Cam Chancellor out there. Hokie legend. Yeah, he did go to Virginia Tech, didn't he? Look at Shaq getting his bag. Respect. Seattle. Man. You do feel like this game could be a lot worse, though. I mean, you feel like this could be like a blowout right now. Seattle's pretty fortunate to be this close. If you look at the win probability, 92% right now for the 49ers. Honestly, that checks out. They also get the ball to start the second half. So it's not even like the Seahawks can go 2 for either. If they don't score on this possession, it's very grim. That's what I'll say. It's very grim. What a win this would be for the 49ers, man. Jack's, oh, he's missing his Cam Chancellor jersey. That's tough. Dude, you might need to take off the Bobby and, like, find a new jersey. I feel like the Bobby Wagner jersey is kind of bad luck. Dude, if I had a Seahawks jersey, I would have thrown it on for the second half. But I do not have a Seahawks jersey yet. I'll need to change that. My goal is to one day have a jersey for every team. And yes, every team. That even includes the teams in my division. Last time the Seahawks were shut out was 2021 against the Packers. Oh, trying to remember that game. That would have been Rodgers, the second of the back-to-back MVPs. There you go. There you go. JSN wide open up to midfield. All right. Get him involved, man. He's a good player. Been working out of the slot almost exclusively this year for Seattle. But you know what? That's a good role for him. There you go. Now you're going to go tempo. I like it. Get in rhythm a little bit, right? Let Geno hoop a little bit. They're going to completely switch up the look here. Looks like they got man, right? Lenore's following JSN across the formation. Geno had a little bit of time. Now he's got to get rid of it. Oh, he's able to get it out to Walker. I'm going to get like a yard there. There's that pass rush we were talking about. A little bit more pressure there from the 49ers on that play. But I got to say, overall, like, I mean, Nick Bosa's had like a few disruptive moments. I don't think he has a sack, though, does he? No one sacked Geno yet, which we'll see if I just curse that or not. Going to knock on wood here. But at least they've kept him clean, right? At least they've kept him clean. There you go. You're going to do tempo again. That clock is ticking. You do have all 3 timeouts, but you maybe want to get a few more yards before you start thinking about that. Geno looking deep. Oh, it's broken up at the last second. What a play right there. Geno maybe short-armed that a tiny bit. He had DK, dude. He had DK down the seam right there. Oh, was that George Odom that broke that up? Is that his name? Oh, he just got there in time. Ho ho. Oh, he had it. Kirk Herbstreit is saying maybe DK could have run his route better. Interesting. Dang. Little Jamal Adams chatter here. But man, now they got to call timeout. There's 1 second left on the play clock. That was their shot right there, though. They had it, dude. They had it. Now it's 3rd and long. That's so tough. That's so tough. There's the game where Jamal Adams got his first interception with the Seahawks and broke the internet. Oh, what game was this? I like when the Hawks got shut out in week 2 10 years earlier. So that would have been 2010 Seahawks versus Steelers. Crazy. I have no memory of that game if that's the case. Oh, yeah, the Russ game. Okay, when he came back from his injury. I do remember that. Kind of, a little bit. Laywell saying his Oracle abilities are telling him that despite his struggles, Witt is going to come through late in the game. A little Bobby Witt legacy moment. Here we go. Can we get a Seahawks legacy moment right here? 3rd down and 9. They kind of need this, dude. 49ers showing pressure, and why not, right? Get after Geno here. They're going to rush 4. Geno has a little bit of time. Oh, did JSN catch it? Did he get both feet in bounds? He did. They got him on the corner, and the Seahawks staying alive, play by play. Toe tap, Tony toe tap. Oh, John, my Pookie. Yeah. JSN. Nah, he's so good, dude. He is honestly such a good player, man. What a pick for the Seahawks. Everyone's like, oh, he's only a slot dude. It's like, dude, who cares? It's 2024. You can be a slot-only guy and be really productive in the NFL, especially when you have DK on the outside to play the X. There you go. There's Fant. Bobo sighting. Oh, he is out on the field. Look at that. Nah, you call timeout again. Makes sense. You still got 1 left. right? You're going for the end zone, though. You really don't want to settle for 3. I feel like even if it gets to 4th down, you kind of have to go for it. 3 points really does not do you a whole lot here. Considering the situation you're in and how the game has gone so far, let's say you get down to like 3 seconds left. Nah, dude, you can't kick it like you have to. You know what? Amon-Ra is kind of a slot merchant. But again, I don't really care, especially with Jameson Williams stepping up the way he has now, and he's a legit threat on the outside, you know? How about Cooper Kupp? He's kind of a slot merchant. Exactly. Like, who really cares, dude? You know? Absolutely. Good examples right there. I love it. Amon-Ra St. Brown. Is that a free play, maybe? They're going to get a screen to JSN? I swear someone moved early. It looked like he did. Now you call timeout again, right? Because you got the fresh set of downs. You're at the point now where you can start taking shots at the end zone here. Another screen, though. They've been loving these screens early. Not when you get to the receiver, though. Yeah, just let Bosa through. Olay him a little bit. Fun fact, Jackson Smith-Njigba has been the co-governor of Utah since New Year's 2022. That is seriously one of the craziest stat lines I've ever seen. His Rose Bowl against Utah, like what, over 300 yards, something stupid like that? Yeah, he went crazy in that game. Ohio State, wide receiver U, probably, right? LSU is up there too. It's definitely between those two. Ohio State's got another one in Jeremiah Smith. Oh, man, they got another one, dude. He looks unbelievable. Related to Geno Smith, if I'm not mistaken. Geno? Oh, they're going to get the flag. Oh, is Fant going to draw the flag? They're looking for him in the end zone. Corner of the end zone. Do they get the flag? Are they going to get 1st and goal from the 1? Was that in the end zone? PI? He is Geno's cousin. Yeah. Wow. All right. Bit of a size mismatch right there. Fant going up against the corner. Yeah, grabbing him a little bit. I mean, see, if you just draft a wide receiver from one of those schools, you're pretty much guaranteed to have a good player. It's honestly ridiculous. Oh, it wasn't quite at the 1. But there you go. I mean, you've got 4 chances here, realistically, right? 16 seconds is plenty of time. Oh, looking for Lockett. Nothing. But that only took 3 seconds. Wanted the Zebras to put you on the 1 there. Yeah, I get that. You can come back, though, right? That took 3 seconds. So if every play is going to take 3 seconds, you got time. Geno time again. They're going to throw the fade. Oh, almost a sick catch. That was almost a sick catch by JSN. Out of bounds, though. And he couldn't quite hold on. Man, he climbed the ladder for that one. Oh, great play right there. Was that Lenore? Yeah. No, you can't settle for 3. Like, I'm sorry. Like, you just straight up can't kick the field goal. You have to. You're willing to risk, like, coming away with nothing. 3 does not really do you a whole lot. I really don't think you can settle for 3. Like, I know you want to get on the board, but now they're looking for DK. Oh, did he catch it? Oh, they say he's out of bounds. That was almost an unreal grab. Let's see this. No, there's no way they kick it, dude. I'm sorry. Did he catch this? Hold on. So he secures it. 1, 2. Oh, no, he's out. He's out. He's out. That's so tough. That's so tough. It's an Isaiah Likely moment. He's out. Unfortunate. No, dude, I'm sorry. You can't kick the field goal, man. With the 49ers getting the ball back, too. I don't love this, dude. Like, whatever. I get it. You want to get points. You want to get on the board. You want to feel like you came away with something. But, dude, I'm sorry, man. I'm so sorry, dude. I just don't like that call whatsoever. Dude, you're going to wish you had those 4 points. I don't know, dude. Let's see what the nerds say. But I say, regardless of whatever the numbers say, I don't know how you can watch this game and think like, man, you need a touchdown there. I don't know, man. I don't know. We'll do this and then we'll do an immaculate grid. Jack fired up for the interview. Oh, man. No shutout at least. I mean, yeah, right. Morale is probably a little bit better, but they don't have it up yet. Whatever. We'll come back to that. You guys know what's coming at this point. It's an immaculate grid. It's an immaculate grid at halftime. And what do you know? We have the combo I was hoping for. I was thinking today at work, I was like, what are some good Seahawks 49ers players? Maybe cheating. I didn't look anything up or anything, but I was just brainstorming, and I think I got one. But I haven't seen any of the other squares of the grid, and I was just guessing that this would be a square because they always do the matchup, which I like. But we'll take it this grid in a sec. But first, a very important question from Frederick Weaver, which, by the way, welcome to the stream, Frederick, asking if I'm a 49ers fan. I am not. I just have this jersey. I've had it for a while. I really like George Kittle. I think these uniforms are sick. They happen to be wearing these tonight. You know, if their team's playing that I have a jersey of, I like to throw it on, right? My goal is to one day have a jersey of every single team. I'm not quite there yet. I don't have all the teams yet, obviously, right? But, no, I'm not a 49ers fan. I am a Vikings fan through and through. I like the Shanahan 49ers, though, right? They're fun to watch, but just rocking it for today. The people's tight end. Exactly. You get it. You get it. But anyways, so we've got Seahawks, Niners, Seahawks, Jaguars. I've got one for that already, too. And we'll see if we can dig deeper. Seahawks 3,000-yard passing season, which, by the way, shout out, Jack. Your Seahawks are on the grid again, second week in a row. We've got Giants, Niners, Giants, Jags, Giants 3,000-yard passing season, Commanders, Niners, Commanders, Jags, Commanders 3,000-yard passing season. Christine making a very good point. I do need a Falcons jersey. I really do. They're like my second team now or whatever, right? Second favorite team probably. I do need a Falcons jersey. Maybe I'll do some research and see what I can come up with. I've got a few names in mind though. I want one of the older ones, the like the 2010s ones. Even though those haven't aged well, they're so nostalgic for me. I might have to get like a Michael Turner jersey or something. But I do need to grow that collection. It would be fire. You get it, Christine. You absolutely get it. Hey, you've been supplying me with a few of them. I got to give you a shout out for the Jefferson and the Van Ginkel. Two of my absolute favorites. But let's do this grid. Let's just get this one right off the bat. Seahawks 49ers. I was thinking about this one for a while, right? I know a lot about like the mid 2010s Seahawks and Niners because those teams are so sick, and I used them in Madden so much, and I did Madden franchises with them. And I was thinking, and I was thinking, and I was thinking, and I've come up with the perfect one for this one. Let's get a little Michael Wilhoit in 2024. Boom! Oh, Michael Wilhoit, 0.05%. Oh, Red Bryant for Jags Hawks. Dude, Sam, you're always coming in clutch with these. I had no idea that he played for the Jaguars. I was going to do Rayshon Jenkins. Let's do Red Bryant for 1%. Get out of town. Carlos Hyde for Hawks Niners as well, or Hawks Jags. Dang, dude, we used both squares. I had no idea he played for the Seahawks, actually. That's crazy. Seahawks, 3,000-yard passing season. I mean, we've got Russell Wilson, Geno Smith, Matt Hasselbeck, David Craig. Those are like the big ones, right? I'm trying to think of who else. I know Mark McGuire's brother, true story, played quarterback for the Seahawks, but he wasn't very good. Should we just do David Craig? Like, I feel like he's old enough that, like, we'll just do it. 6% for Dave Craig. We'll take it. We'll take it. All right. All right. Giants, 49ers. Oh, man. Hold on. No, I was actually thinking of Michael Wilhoit because he would have been, Warren Moon would have been a good one for Seahawks 3,000 yard passer. Shout out Joao Marks. That would have been a good one. Jim Zorn, too. How did I forget about him? Fellow lefty, Jim Zorn. Let's go. Lefty Alliance. All right. Giants 49ers. Dude, I feel like there's some good ones for this one. I don't know why I'm struggling with it. I'll come back to that maybe. See if I can think of any ones. This one, the obvious one is Trent Williams, right? I feel like there's a lot of overlap between these two teams because of the Kyle Shanahan connection, right? Bringing some of his boys over. Jags Commanders, that's an interesting one. And then Commanders 3,000 yard passing season. I feel like we can get Jason Campbell for that. Campbell had some solid years, right? We'll get Jason Campbell. Bang. 4% Jason Campbell. Brandon Jacobs. Did he really play for the 49ers? I'm assuming that's who you mean. That sounds right. Oh, and then I know who we'll get for Giants Jags. All right, we're going to rip a little Brandon Jacobs. Bang. Not bad, 12%. How about Rashad Jennings? Did I spell his name right? Yeah, Rashad Jennings, Giants Jags. Always waiting for him to break out. He was MJD's backup. Also played for the Raiders, I think. All right, we'll get that one. Giants 3,000 yard passing season. So we've got Eli Manning, Daniel Jones, Phil Simms. Those are like the big ones, right? Can we get Kurt Warner? I don't know that he was very good with the Giants. I don't know that he might have even gotten to 3,000 yards, but he did play for the Giants. Jeff Hostetler, maybe? Jeff Hostetler. Again, don't know if he played quite enough. Shoot, dude. Giants one is kind of tough. Like, Y.A. Tittle was a little too early, I think, to quite hit 3,000 yards. Y.A. Tittle would have been crazy. Reuben Foster is a great one for 49ers Commanders. That's a great one. Kurt Warner. All right, we're going to try Kurt Warner. I'm a little scared because he was like kind of mid with the Giants, though. That's what scares me. But he probably had the volume to get 3,000, right? No, he didn't, dude. Oh, that's so tough. He didn't. Yeah, he was kind of like bad. I thought maybe he had like the volume and he could have gotten it right. 3,000 yards isn't like a crazy bar. But he only played 1 year. Oh, he was injured. He was injured. He would have gotten it if he was healthy. That's tough, dude. That's so tough. Oh, all right. Whatever. We didn't get a perfect score. We'll live with that. We'll come back to that. Let's get some of these fun ones. Alfred Morris for 49ers Commanders. Yeah, there we go, right? A little Kyle Shanahan overlap. Had no idea that he made his way onto the Niners. That's a good one. Good assist. Oh, did Kerry Collins get there? Yeah. Kerry Collins. They made the Super Bowl with him at quarterback. That's a great call. All right. So we took a big L. Got one wrong. So we have a 139 rarity score. But we'll take that, right? That's pretty good. There was Trent Williams. Yeah, try and get a little deeper. But yeah, Trent Williams. Kind of crazy. It's been a minute since he played for the Commanders. Oh, Alex Smith. Yeah, that makes sense. Oh, Matt Breida. Breida the Cheetah. Evan Ingram. A lot of people getting the current quarterbacks or the recent quarterbacks. Shaq Griffin, Richard Sherman. Not bad. All right, let's see if we can rip one more here. I've played some of these recently, so we'll try and find one I haven't played yet. Did I play this one? I did. I got Carlos Dansby. I'm just going to do this to flex. I got Carlos Dansby for this one, and I was feeling really good about myself. Anyways, I'm just bragging. Have I done this one yet? I don't think I have. Hold on. Oh, yeah, get the Monday night matchup. All right, let's see if we can get some crazy ones here real quick. All right, I love these first-team All-Pros. If we can try and get, like, some random All-Pros in there. Like there's one time I hit Vonta Leach for Texans first-team All-Pro. That was pretty sick. Did Josh Sitton ever get first-team All-Pro with the Packers? Oh, I'm a little scared to do that one. That might be a little too big brain. Josh Sitton. Did Nick Collins ever get first-team All-Pro? Nick Collins. Oh, I'm flirting with a few of these. I'm tempted to pull out Josh Sitton. He might have gotten it like the year the Packers went 15-1. I'm going to do it. No! Ah, dang it. Oh, that's tough. He definitely made the Pro Bowl though, didn't he? Oh, was he second team All-Pro? He was. Dang it, he was second team All-Pro a few times. We almost hit that. Let's see if we can get Nick Collins. No. All right. I'm thinking too hard about this one. Dang, I really tried to hit a little Josh Sitton action. Do all pros even go back that far? Can we get forced Greg? Nah, dude. I've already taken enough L's on this one. We're not gonna do forced Greg. Jeez. Oh, didn't Keyshawn Nixon get all pro as a returner? He did. Let's go, Keyshawn Nixon. Yeah, he got all pro as a returner. There we go. Stephen Ridley for Patriots Steelers. I had no idea he played for the Steelers. Hold on a sec. Stephen Ridley. Right on. Right on, Joe Marks. How about it? Laywell saying Kalen Saunders, Willie Gay, Tyrann Mathieu for recent Saints Chiefs players. We'll do Kalen Saunders after that sick interception that he got. Dude, that was crazy. And they're talking about how he was a backup dancer with Kelsey, and then immediately after he gets this insane interception. That's a good one. Patriots Chiefs. I mean, there's like Josh Gordon. Oh, I got a good one. Brian Waters. Let's go. How about Brian Waters? Oh, Brian Waters. Let's go. That's a good one right there. First team All-Pro Chiefs. How about Will Shields? Bang. Will Shields. Let's go. All right. Steelers first team All-Pro. Like a random defender maybe. Shout out to Brazil. Wait. Anyways. I take it you must be Brazilian or something maybe, because Joao, did I say that right? That's Portuguese, right? I know a few soccer players with that name. That's so stupid. Anyways, Pittsburgh first team All Pro. I mean, there's like Antonio Brown, James Harrison would be a good one. Let's do James Harrison. Give him some love after we were talking about him so much. Patriots Packers. I guess we only got one left because I kept trying to make Josh Sitton happen. What's his name? I'm thinking of some corner. His name was like Keenan something. He was pretty good with the Saints for a little bit. Was it Keenan Lewis? That sounds right. Keenan Lewis. Bang. Let's go. Let's go. Shout out Brazil. Shout out Brazil. You know, that was pretty awesome that Brazil got a game this year. All right, we'll call it with the grids for now. We'll get back to the main screen. But that was a good immaculate grid run right there. We got a few good ones right there. Anyways, Seahawks on the board, right? There you go. Got some points at least, right? Looking at what, a 13-point game? 2 touchdowns will get you back on top. 49ers start with the ball, though. The running game has been working. Lance Moore would have been a good one. Lance Moore. I forgot he played for the Steelers. Also played for the Lions. He was kind of crazy with the Saints for a little bit. Lance Moore. He had a big 2-point conversion in the Super Bowl against the Colts. I remember watching that game. I was rooting so hard for the Colts. I can't lie. I was hate watching the Saints after what they did to the Vikings 2 weeks before. And that was before we even knew what happened. You know what? The Doc does own a Chiefs jersey. I actually rocked it on stream. I think it was the opening night. I was rocking the Mahomes jersey. I do have a Patrick Mahomes jersey. I actually bought it after the Super Bowl. I was like, you know what? If the Chiefs come back and win this game, I'll get a Mahomes jersey. And they did. And I found one on Mercari for like $40. Just my size and everything. I was like, let's do it. Let's rock. It even has the AFL commemorative patch on it. It's pretty sick. It's one of my favorites. I can't lie. I remember wearing it too the day that Mahomes got his big extension. That was during COVID, or I guess around that era, right? I remember throwing it on. I was like, let's go. Patrick Mahomes just made more money than anyone else ever. And now his deal's looked at as like a bargain, which is hilarious. But yeah, you gotta end the interception streak right here. Gotta drive every time. All feel like you start with the run here, right? See if this offensive line can still kick some tail up front. That's kind of been what's working. Passing game has been working too, though, for sure. Hey, no worries about that, Laywell. Jack with the woof. Pistol to start it off. I like it. There's Mason. Oh, Mason's back. I suppose that's an underrated thing, too. He was down with an injury. He's back in the game. That's big. Horrendo was fine, but Jordan Mason has kind of been a guy. Interesting, Sam Schwartzstein. 0 for 4 in man coverage. Huh. He's been carving up zone, though. Just cooking. Oh, I love it going halvesies on the Mahomes jersey for your dad. That's awesome. Oh, that's wholesome. There's Horrendo. He'll get the first down. Yeah, if you're the 49ers, just run it on this drive until they stop you, right? Kill a little bit of clock. Never too early to kill some clock, right? Oh, it was a shoulder. Yeah, I can see him. He's like dancing. He's like, yee. Probably a pass here, right? Yeah. Time for Purdy. Oh, they're going to get a flag. Yeah, Jennings knew right away. Man, penalties, silly mistakes by the Seahawks, kind of shooting themselves in the foot right now. Metcalf does have 1 catch on 6 targets. Yeah, and like all those targets came in the first quarter too. Pretty inefficient game for him so far. Let's see, what are they going to get? Oh, no foul. Hey, did kind of grab Ayuk a little bit. Ooh, that was a close one. But no foul. All right. 2nd down and 10. Wow. I'm a little surprised they picked that flag up. I can't lie. But given a lifeline now for the defense. Look at Juszczyk motion in line, almost like a tight end. Purdy with all sorts of time again. Oh, Kittle's wide open. Oh, man. And he's just going to spin around and get a few more yards after the catch. I feel like every game these two teams play in primetime, Kittle's always going crazy. I feel like he always shows up against Seattle. Just a little chip and then release. Yeah. Wide open. Just out on the corner again. Like I was saying, it was a couple of weeks ago. We were talking about head coaches on the hot seat. Not sure if Saleh's name was brought up, but I didn't expect him to be the first one. Yeah, me neither. I feel like during the offseason, maybe I said, oh, Saleh, if like the Jets are a disaster to start things off. And like, they certainly haven't been good, but dude, 5 weeks in when you're 2-3 and a win against the Bills on Monday night would put you in first in the division. It's like, all right, man. Again, I think we all know who's behind this, right? They're going to say it's not the case. Aaron made the call. He absolutely did, dude. I will not be convinced otherwise. That whole situation has just been so weird. Yeah. No, I'm shocked Doug Peterson is still hanging in there. And, you know, the Jaguars finally won last week. So, the Baker Mayfield undercover show. I actually haven't watched that yet. I've seen like clips of it though. Seems pretty funny. Baker's a funny dude. He really is. Horrendo, they'll pitch it to him now. Oh, I like the physicality on the run. Jack saying the Niners going to bring back Saleh as DC. I could see it. I could totally see it, right? We'll see how it goes with Sorensen there this year, right? But Kyle might be like, hey, come on back. Come to my coaching rehab program and just get your name back out there. Look at the block by Juszczyk. Helping out. Good cutback. Look at that. Rookie making a nice cutback there, right? Hey, he ran a lot of those types of runs at Louisville, right? That's right. I watched the Brett Coleman video on Horrendo. Oh. Ooh, could hear that from up here. The pad's popping. Baker killed it. Nah, he's honestly so funny. He's like a good actor, too. It's awesome. Oh, poor Joao. Seahawks stinking up the joint right now. Man. Sam saying, I, for one, enjoy the Jags' annual free win at home versus the Colts. The streak continues. The streak continues, man. Last time the Colts won there, they had like Dwayne Allen out there at tight end, Andrew Luck, Kobe Fleener, Vic Ballard, Trent Richardson. Oh, man. That is honestly one of the most hilarious streaks in sports. Like, the fact that they just cannot beat the Jaguars in Jacksonville. Browns did do Baker dirty. Yeah. And it was like, we need an adult in the room, so let's take the pervert. Like, all right, man. And he sucks. Like Deshaun sucks, dude. He's so bad. Yeah. Dude, Baker was ready to die for Cleveland, too. He absolutely loved being the Browns quarterback. Yeah. Out of all the quarterbacks the Browns have had, Baker, Brissett, Flacco, and Watson. Watson has like easily been the worst. Here you go. Third down. They're going to pass with Purdy. And oh my goodness, did Kittle catch that? Touchdown. Oh my goodness. What a catch by George Kittle. And a great ball by Brock Purdy too. Purdy put that in there perfectly. That is a great throw by Brock Purdy. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. 1-2 touchdown. Oh man. That is a sick throw by Brock Purdy. I thought that had no shot. Kick is up and good, and man. Yee. Well, not looking good for the Seahawks. Starting to get into statement game territory here for the 49ers. It is wild. They're paying him so much money. They also gave up so much draft capital, and they made it all guaranteed, right? I mean, he legitimately might be the worst starter in the league, dude. Like not even, this is not even like me trying to dunk on him to make me feel morally good or something. Like, no, dude, he just sucks. Like, he's honestly so bad, you know? Sam saying that Jags Colts streak also includes the year where the Jags went 1-15, the COVID year, right? They won their first game and then didn't win a single one after that. And they said, like, what? Like, I remember the Jags account tweeted out, like, first of many. Nope, it was the first of only. But they did get their Colts win. And then they got it the next year, the final game of the season, to keep the Colts out of the playoffs. Oh, man. Jags at home versus the Colts are goaded. Bearpod saying the new economics textbooks have the Browns logo in the sunk cost fallacy section. Yeah, man. And like, they're not going to bench him, which I think is crazy, right? Like, they're just not going to bench him at this point. I don't know if it's Kevin Stefanski's call or Jimmy Haslam's call, right? But it's like, if they were going to bench him based off poor performance, he would have been benched like 2 weeks ago at this point, right? But like, nah, dude, they're just going to keep running him out there. I don't know, dude. I don't know, man. Yeah. Dr. Pigskin is going to go 6 for 6 in Seahawks predictions so far this year. Hold on, wait. What does that mean? Hold on, I'm trying to think of what that means. I'm a little scared. First of one, baby. Parent Champ with a good question, asking, do I think the Bengals won't make the playoffs at this point? Probably, right? 1-4 is such a tough hole to dig themselves out of, and their defense is atrocious. I picked the Bengals to win the North going into the year. I did. I thought this offense was going to be so good, and I thought that there's just absolutely no way that their defense would be possibly as bad as it was last year, right? Like, their defense was so bad. I think they were 28th in EPA per play. They gave up some of the most points in the league, right? They were dreadful, but I thought, you know what? They were a little injured on defense. Lou Anarumo is a good defensive coordinator. Like, there's just no way they'll be that bad again. Yeah, they have been. They just have been, dude. And they should have won that game on Sunday, right? I mean, the missed field goal, and they're choosing to run 3 straight times before they try the field goal, and the interception was rough, and the defense was just terrible, right? You know, like, it's just rough. Should have won that game. That might have cost him a spot in the playoffs. There's still a part of me that thinks like, dude, honestly, hang on a sec. Dynamic kickoff just got a whole lot more dynamic. Touchdown, Laviska Shenault. What's that I feel? What's that I feel? Is that a slight pulse? Just a slight pulse? There's a lot of game left. There's a lot of game left. There's a lot of game left. Crowd back into it. Who would have thought that Laviska Shenault would be getting the Seahawks back in it? There's a lot of game left. Jason Myers' kick is up and good. Dude, we need a live shot of Sam Schwartzstein. He's the dude that invented the dynamic kickoff. Prime Vision better throw to Sam Schwartzstein. I need to see him fired up about this. This was his creation. Oh, that's so cool. He got to see one on his game. He's doing the Prime Vision stuff. Look at Shenault just making guys miss. Look at that. This was what we were hyping him up for out of the draft, right? Oh, this is a beast after the catch, right? Maybe he's found a role as a return man. You know what? Respect to him. Plan the parade. Let's do it. my preseason prediction stream. Yeah, that checks out. I'll have to go back and watch. That would be pretty sick, though. 6 for 6 with the Seahawks so far. I'll take it. But to go back to the Bengals, I don't think so. There is like maybe 15% of me that's like, dude, this offense is so sick. They might be able to go on a run and just win every game like 37-30. But their defense is truly terrible. I don't think their defense gets better at this point, right? Like, I won't say like, well, their defense could turn around. Like, it's a personnel issue. Like, they just don't have enough good players. But I will say, I'm rooting for it because they're just such a fun team, right? I want the Bengals to go on a run and to be important and to make the playoffs because honestly, this offense is just so sick and they can run the ball well now too. Their running game with Chase Brown and Zach Moss is really good. The line is playing really well. Joe Burrow playing maybe the best football of his life. Hey, Jamar Chase, dude. I was pushing some, not like this is like a crazy take to have, but I was pushing some Jamar Chase agendas pretty hard going into the year, right? I remember we had a Jamar Chase conversation on stream a few weeks ago. I may or may not have said that there's only one wide receiver in the league I'm taking over him. Might have been his college teammate, right? Hey, he's looking like a real offensive player of the year candidate right now. He's been unbelievable. They've got T. Higgins back. Even Andre Yoshivas has been like a good option. I love their tight ends. I love Mike Gesicki and Eric All. Like, honestly, this is such a sick offense. But the defense legitimately might be bad enough. I love the mid-2010 Saints comparison. They were doing that on Stay Hot today. The Stay Hot podcast. They compared them to like the mid-2010 Saints teams with just some dreadful defenses. I think they're in too big of a hole. They would have needed to win one of the Chiefs or Ravens games. 1-4 is such a tough hole to climb out of. And the AFC North is such a tough division. I'm not completely counting them out yet, but dude, like they really can't afford to lose many more games. They're gonna need to like win these shootouts, you know. But they're so much fun. They play the Giants on Sunday night. I hope they go off in that game. Sorry, Giants. I hope the Bengals go off in that game. Joe Burrow, the only hope to stop Mahomes. His aura is too much, bro. It's too much. Hawks do need to get some stops. Also love to see the font on the Seahawks end zone. No, it's beautiful, isn't it? And the midfield logo with the helmet. Oh, yeah. They're running with Horrendo. But yeah, they're back. They're back in it a little bit. Michael says there's nothing like keeping the state of Ohio in the AFC North basement. Yeah, that is true. That's not very Ohio Riz right now. Oh, boy. Laywell says, need another Chiefs-Bengals matchup in the playoffs just to shut them up. Yeah, shut your mouth and know your role, you jabroni. Travis Kelce. Burrowhead, right? Oh, man. No, that is some real hate between those two teams. I would love to see that matchup in the playoffs again because there's like legitimate hatred between those two organizations. Flag is down as Purdy gets it off to Ayuk. Purdy creating again. Little Jordan Love-esque falling back, firing a strike. Might be coming back for a hold, though. Might be coming back for a hold. Yeah. Look at the good fundamentals by the ref right there on the holding call. There you go. Back him up 10 yards. Bench is clear in Kansas City. I just got an ESPN notification about that. Oh, boy. Ruh-roh. All right. What are we looking at now? 2nd and 18. Crowd going to get back into it now, certainly. You just saw a sick return touchdown. Now you got 2nd and very long for your hated, bitter rivals. Purdy. Look at it, just rolling out again. Is he going to try and throw that thing? Oh, my goodness. I mean, they get like 3 yards, but what a catch by Jennings. Oh, it was mid. They were just talking. That's disappointing. Ayuk has been clearing rust off. It's been such a weird year for him because I feel like he's still getting open. Like, he still is, like, beating his man. He just hasn't been getting the ball very much. But he did come to life last week, and I say this as someone that has Brandon Ayuk in one of my dynasty leagues. Like, all right, let's get him the ball a little bit, you know? But no, it's been a weird start for him. I still think he's like a really good player, but the stats just haven't quite been there for him outside of last week. And we haven't seen, like, I thought we'd see a little bit more of him today with no Reek Woolen out there, but oh. They're going to change it. Expedited review, 3rd and 18. Parachamp saying, funny, the Niners don't need Ayuk. Probably be better off if they traded him for draft capital, more cap space. I mean, that was the rumor, right? And then they paid up the big bucks for him. I will say, I don't know. I still do think he's a pretty important piece in this 49ers offense because he's like the one guy on the outside, right? So much of his concentrated over the middle with Debo and Kittle and McCaffrey when he's out there. Ayuk is the dude you put outside, you set and forget, you know? Speaking of Debo, there's a screen to Debo. And, oh, he might have got enough to make it an interesting 4th down decision. Hold on. Hold on. The effort by Debo has just made this interesting. It's 4th and 3. Kyle Shanahan, usually not the most aggressive coach on 4th down, right? You're at like about exactly midfield. But he got him. Oh, they're going to punt it. Oh, they're going to punt it. I would have gone for it. I would have gone for it. But here you go. Seahawks getting the ball back. Oh, man. Good punt, good coverage. Surprised that they didn't return it there, I guess. I don't know. Maybe it would have called a fair catch anyways, but Jack saying Steelers are just going to get Devontae. That would be a nice spot for him, I think. I don't know. That would be pretty sick, right? They need another receiver. The Steelers feel like they're pretty close to being a good team. You can have your questions about Justin Fields, and that's fair, right? But they also just don't. I mean, how many times have I said their wide receivers are George Pickens and vibes, and Pickens isn't even playing all the time now. They're like, yeah, we're just going to play him like 30 snaps a game, and he's getting in trouble for his eye black, and he's grabbing guys by the face mask and being a bit of a head case. They need another receiver. I would love to see Devontae Adams go to the Ravens too. That would be sick. Lamar Jackson has never had a receiver like Devontae Adams before. Get him a true X on the outside, right? Then Zay Flowers can play the slot or the Z. Everything just makes a little bit more sense when you bump guys down a peg. Zay Flowers becomes a high-end number 2. You've got Devontae as your 1. You got Derrick Henry and Lamar in the run game, and let's get cooking. I mean, that would be a sick offense right there. Of course, there's the Jets too, right? That's the obvious one. But BearPod saying, why would he even want to go to the Jets? I mean, he wants to be with his boy, Aaron Rodgers, right? But they've got their own situation right now. I feel like, I don't know if Devontae Adams alone is going to solve some of their problems. Like, they've just been choppy. They don't really have an identity on offense right now, and that's just going to be that's a frustrating situation to be in. Steelers wide receivers are going to Steelers wide receiver. I can't remember who it was, but I said, like, you know, Pittsburgh has a knack for drafting, developing receivers. And someone was like, yeah, receivers with 10-cent heads. They really do, don't they? I mean, you've got Antonio Brown, Santonio Holmes even a little bit, Deontay Johnson, now George Pickens, right? Um, but Heinz Ward, he was chill, I think, right? He was a sick blocker. Does anyone want to be with Aaron Rodgers right now? I don't know, man. Alan Lazard, I guess, his best friend. Congress passed a law saying the Ravens can't trade for Devontae. I missed that. Good on Congress. At least getting something done. At least Congress can agree on something. Good on them. Congress must be Steelers fans. Chase Claypool. How could I forget him? Yeah. Signaling first down when the clock is running out against the Vikings on Thursday Night Football. That was hilarious. He's like flexing like, yeah, first down. Juju's fine. I don't know if this is a hot take or not. I don't think Juju's a head case. Whatever. He dances. He seems like a good dude. I don't know. I like Juju. That's my take. I remember with some of my... Oh, man. I've had a Juju debate before in real life. I called him a good kid, which is funny because he's older than me. I like Juju. I stand with Juju Smith-Schuster. By the way, speaking of Juju Smith-Schuster, fantasy tip, and the last one I gave out didn't go so well. Check and see if Juju is available in your fantasy league right now. I don't know. See, you say maybe he's not great at football. He had a great game on Monday, and there's no Rashee Rice anymore. And Juju was great in this Chiefs offense a few years ago. And all of a sudden, Rashee's out. They just kind of put him back into a similar spot that he was in. He's getting a lot of the good looks now. I don't know, dude. He had like 120 yards and 7 catches. I don't know, dude. If you have some space on your roster, I would just pick him up. They've got their bye this week. I would just pick him up and see what happens the next few weeks. That's what I did in one of my leagues. I was like, he's there. Let's just see what happens. I don't know. I think he could be pretty productive for the Chiefs now with no Rashee Rice. He is like their wide receiver 1. I really think so. Geno just needs to get rid of it. Oh my goodness. Almost caught by Bobo, but yeah, no, he seems to fit that scheme pretty well, right? And I mean, like, Worthy is good, but he's not like super high volume. I mean, Laywell gets it, right? You know, wasn't big on Juju when we first got him a couple years ago. Stepped in and played really well for us with no drama. Came back and he's doing the same thing again. He's a fan, yeah. He wasn't the same guy after he stopped biking to work. There's got to be some story behind that I've missed, but. No, I mean, that's what the Chiefs do, right? They work the short and intermediate parts of the field, and that's where Juju likes to work, and he can block so you can keep him out on every down, you know? Got to snap that ball. Good after the catch. Geno just going to huck that thing. Oh, what a throw and catch. It's caught by Tyler Lockett. Oh, there's the Geno I was waiting for. Like JT would say, it's like a handoff. Oh, he put that one in there perfectly. Tyler Lockett, K-State legend. Look at this throw. Dude, I call this play in NCAA so much. The slot fade is so nasty. The slot fade is so nasty. Rashee Rice probably won't play football for over a year with the incoming suspension. Yeah, we might not see him out there for a minute, man. You know, that's what happens. I would know a thing or two about wide receivers with pending suspensions. I know it's coming for Addison too, man. That's what happens when you make poor choices. There's Fant. Got him. A little bubble, looks like. Here come the Seahawks, dude. Here we go. Huck Tua. Seahawk Tua. Let's go. He just threw on that thing. Where's my Lunchly? Oh, no. Play KSI's new song. Oh, man. I'm way too online, man. Juju's gift to all the Browns is the Browns. He did say that. That's right. And then the Browns won. They might run it here. They haven't run it with Kenny in a while, it feels like. Hasn't necessarily been working, but you got to keep them honest. No, they're going to fake it. Pump on the screen. There's Walker, though. You get it to him in the screen game. Brain rot. Oh, yeah. Dude, I've seen so many just, like, ironic memes and posts about, like, Talk Tua and Lunchly and Prime. Oh, man. The kids love Prime and Feastables. much doing there. They did run it there. Juju's career highlight was his hit on Perfect. That's right. He popped him. He absolutely popped him. And then didn't the Bengals get him back a few years later? That was like that era where every Steelers-Bengals game, there was like a career-ending injury. Like, those games were crazy, dude. Big third down for Seattle. I don't know why I laughed so hard at that. It was just the way I said it. I think it was pretty funny. Those games were so violent. They were like Looney Tunes. It all started with Perfect on AB too. And then you had Joey Porter running out on the field. Those games were crazy, dude. Big Ben got hurt in that game and came back. Kenny Walker. Oh, yeah. Perfect has been a part of some wild collisions. Remember when he used to twist ankles too? That was crazy. Only in Cincy. I want to ruin my cords here. I'm trying to stretch my legs out a little bit. My knee's going crazy. I've been like sitting weird this whole game. They'll give it to Walker again. He falls forward for at least the first down. Al Michaels just yelled for an 8-yard run. Let's go. Let's make Al Michaels yell a little bit. Here we go. Here we go. Laywell saying, you know, I used to think that Perfect hit on AB was the start of his downfall. Then I read that AB's just always been that way. Yeah, he was kind of crazy at Central Michigan, too. Like, maybe it accelerated or it made it more obvious. But, like, do you remember when he went on Facebook Live in the locker room after, I think it was after their win against the Chiefs in the 2016 playoffs? AB's just out there chilling on Facebook Live, and you can hear Mike Tomlin saying, like, very specific parts of their game plan against the Patriots for the next week. AB's just like cheesing for the camera on Facebook Live. I think he got fined for that. That was pretty funny. Oh, they're not letting Geno snap the ball. Oh, they're going to let the 49ers sub since the Seahawks subbed. That makes sense. Yeah. They were trying to pull a fast one there. Refs caught it, though. Walker got it. Touchdown, Seahawks. We got a game. Lot of game left. Lot of game left. We got a game. 94-yard drive. Let's do this. 13 plays, 94 yards. Shred 'em, baby. Got me feeling nicey. Hoo. Geno Smith. 14 for 24, 187 yards. Big throw to Tyler Lockett. Oh, my throat got me there. Man. Yeah, AB's brain is going to be a fascinating study one day. We'll be putting that thing in museums. Man. Looks like scrambled eggs, man. CTE acting up. Yeah, got me feeling nicey, dude. I've watched that clip too many times to count. That John Gruden TikTok is honestly so funny. Just it's like so like zoomed in on him at times, and he's just like staring into your soul, right? And just like, I think the funniest thing is like, he's just reading box scores, but he's reading them like he's Tuco Salamanca. Just like, I couldn't do that in pregame warm-ups. He's just like yelling. Oh, man. He would not pass a drug test right now, I don't think. Oh, man. Sam saying just enough time for Kyle Shanahan to choke away another double-digit lead. Yeah. I saw a very interesting tweet. Oh, I'm trying to remember who put it out. But someone did an analysis of like, is Kyle Shanahan like actually blowing leads? And they looked at like all like the elite like coaches, and like usually like all the best coaches, they have like a curve where like if their win probability is like at a certain point, like they're more likely to win than average. I explained it so poorly. But anyways, Kyle Shanahan has like a curve that suggests like he blows a lot of leads, right? Again, I'll have to find the tweet. But what was really interesting, they looked at like pretty much every good head coach, right? Like Mike Tomlin, Sean Payton, like whoever, right? They all like won more games than you'd expect when they were in a certain range of win probability. But the two that didn't were Kyle Shanahan, and the other one A coach by the name of Mike Shanahan. It's like, wow, is it genetic? Is it genetic? No, But no, you're right, Kira. Just reading box scores and screaming. I couldn't do that in pregame warm-up. Oh, man. No, I'm with you, Michael. Honestly, Antonio Brown is one of my all-time favorite players. If you take away, like, kind of what happened to him, right? I loved watching him on Sundays, dude. He put on a show every time the Steelers were in prime time. I think about the immaculate extension, right? Christmas Day against the Ravens. I think about that unbelievable toe tap catch he had against the Packers on Sunday Night Football. How about his two-piece of touchdowns against Washington on Monday Night Football Week 1? And he's twerking after he scores, right? Like, that dude always put on shows on prime time. And, like, this was before, like, we knew all the stuff going on. But, like, there was a while I was like, AB's just a goofy guy, right? He's just running out there. He's always got this big smile plastered on his face. He's like, this dude just loves running around and catching touchdowns. He was such a sick player, dude. Honestly, one of the best receivers I've ever seen, for sure. Second greatest sixth-round pick ever. I was going to say, I can think of another sixth-round pick that was pretty good. Honestly, maybe, dude. Like, seriously, one of the greatest receivers ever. You look at his production at his peak, unbelievable. I mean, he was just unstoppable. Business was booming. Yeah. Now, he is like, yeah, AB, 2 touchdowns, twerking in the end zone. Got me feeling nicey. You know what's funny? That song he keeps playing, Got Me Feeling Nicey. I don't remember the actual name, but it is by like DJ. I can't remember the DJ's name, but the DJ's real name is none other than Michael Gruden. It's his brother's song. It's like, let's go. Putting on for the family right there. Here we go, 49ers. Purdy gonna throw it to Ayuk. Incomplete. Oh, do I sense a bit of a momentum shift maybe? Look at Bobo. So inspirational. Big play on special teams. Jordan Mason back on the sideline now. Man, might see a lot more Horrendo now. All right, 2nd and 10. Is that use check in the backfield? Probably for pass protection, right? Is that Chris Conley in motion? We were just talking about him. Yeah. Purdy evades again. Just checks it down to use check. Oh. Getting met right there. Jerome Baker. Oh, seeing a linebacker wear 17. Mixed feelings. I don't know. Oh, yeah, I don't know, Jim. 5 losses after leading by 10 or more points since 2023. That's actually insane. Oh, Kyle, I love you, but you do have a problem, don't you? Crowd getting loud. 3rd and 10. Oh, boy. Man, the Seahawks get a stop here. We got a very interesting situation on the field. Can they wrap up? Oh, what a tackle. There's Love making up for his whiff earlier. Leo asking if there's anyone actually rooting for the 49ers here. I think Daddy Messi is most certainly the 49ers fan. I don't know. I feel like the vibe is probably pro Seahawks in chat right now, I'd say, though. I will say, we're looking at a very interesting game now here all of a sudden. 4th quarter. Raise your 4s, baby. Here we go. 4th quarter, 1 possession game. It does not get much better than this. Seahawks down by 6, getting the ball back. We got ourselves a game, ladies and gentlemen. You know, it took a while and it wasn't looking good for a sec, but slowly but surely, all of a sudden, the Seahawks have made this interesting. This game is living up to the hype. This game is living up to the hype. BearPod saying he would enjoy the Niners not winning. There you go, voicing some support for the Seahawks right there. We got a good one on our hands here. And again, 2 teams that kind of need a win, both kind of with their backs against the wall a little bit, you know, coming off some losses. Tough looking division. Here we go. Here we go. I'm loving it. I'm loving this, man. Can't complain. Another great Thursday night game. We had a banger of a game last week. We might be in for another treat here. Might be. We've already been treated. No matter what happens here in the fourth quarter, we've already been treated. But don't you just get the feeling we're in for a classic finish right here? K9 gonna have me feeling a certain way. Some might say nicey, if you will. I love he's got the got me feeling nicey shirt too with the Chucky logo for the brand, you know. That's branding right there. I got to get him on one of my streams. We just both start screaming. Who's got it better than us, man? Who's got it better than us football fans? These are the nights that you're going to miss come June, man. Oh. Ooh. I don't know if y'all heard that. That was crazy. I freak people out when I crack my neck like that, which is probably understandable. It's 100% safe, I promise. Look at Randy Moss. Not Randy Moss. Jerry Rice hitting the gritty. Jack says, I might just have to list all my Pookies on the Seahawks if they win. Oh, we need that. If Seahawks win, we need a Pookie check in chat. Pookie check in chat. How about it? At least 12. I'm thinking 53. But nah, we got to see the big dogs, you know. Oh, nice. We got a fellow neck cracker in here. Let's go. Shout out Bear Pod. Daddy Messi saying, get the ball back to Debo, feed the hot hand. Debo's been the guy, right? He's got the big touchdown, made a few nice plays in the run game. Been pretty good after the catch. This has been a good Debo game. It is a Debo game, right? It certainly has not been an Ayuk game. We're going to get kick-catch interference there. Yeah, tough. I mean, what is Ayuk even doing right now? What are we looking at for him? 1 catch for 16 yards. It's been another quiet game, man. It scares the children. 53. Did you forget about Anthony Bradford? Okay, 52 maybe. Maybe 52 or 51. Stone Forsyth. Did he call fair catch? Well, either way, that's kick catch interference, right? Maybe. Flag is down. Back popper. Yeah, I do that sometimes too. The neck is crazy, I will say. I'm trying to work on my posture a little bit. Oh, I thought the 49ers got the ball for a sec. I was about to lose my mind. Okay, I thought for a sec that the 49ers recovered that. I was like, no way. Okay, Seahawks ball. KJ Wright. Oh, he is the Niners linebacker coach, isn't he? Yeah, I forgot about that. That is sad. That's a Seahawks legend right there. Raiders legend, KJ Wright. Now what's the delay? Shanahan wants to have a word. Whoa. We got a challenge. Hold on. Did Seattle touch that ball? Oh, no. Oh, no. Is special teams going to rear its ugly head again? They're going to cut to commercial, so we can't get a good look at it. They showed one replay, and there's no way to tell from that angle. And then they're going to cut to commercial, and we can't see it. Oh, I don't know about that, Jim. Oh. Well, hold on, because I was like, wait, like, is that a live ball or not? Oh, boy, this could be a big one, man. This could be a big one. Any score for the 49ers gets him back to 2 possessions, right? Oh. Laywell saying he has acute scoliosis, but like in the best way. Don't have that lumbar curve in my upper spine. It's just straight as an arrow, which actually in turn makes my posture naturally good. That's sick. That is honestly such a sick thing to have. I respect that so much. I've been trying to like improve my posture a little bit, you know, working at a desk, right? You might not always think of like journalism as a desk job, and I certainly get out of the newsroom plenty to go cover stories and talk to people, but honestly a lot of it is just like sitting at your desk looking for stories, answering emails and stuff, trying to avoid tech neck, right? I mean, look at me, I'm sitting down right now in front of my 3 screens, you know, so like, all right, I gotta lock in for posture here a little bit. Let's see if we can raise the mic. Anyways, but yeah, we're working on that. Daddy Messi saying we might be witnessing the 2 worst special teams units in the league. Yeah, it's not been a good day for special teams, man. It has not been a good day for special teams. Seattle has really been shooting themselves in the foot. And dude, if this is a fumble or a muff or whatever you want to call it, if it hit a Seattle player, although I will say they did also get a touchdown off of special teams, so it's almost evened out. Oh, another commercial, dude. Dude, they've probably made the call at this point already. Let's see. Killer Cakes. Watch now on Prime. Oh, ho, ho, ho. Oh, Seattle keeps the ball. Oh, looked like I might have hit his helmet, but... Oh! Yeah. Yeah, what the heck? I'm sorry. Like, that's the wrong call. It hit him. Yeah, that hit his finger. That just like straight up hit him. That's insane. They just like straight up got it wrong. That's insane. That is absolutely insane. How is Kyle Shanahan not strangling someone right now? Charbonnet on the draw. Oh, you just gotta, well, I say that. He's gonna get the first down. It's like, Charbonnet, you just gotta go north-south. You're not Kenny Walker. Don't be trying to chop someone up, break him down. Just run him over, right? You're the power guy. I say all that. He got the first down, but I'm sorry. That's actually crazy that the Seahawks kept the ball there. Hey, we ain't see anything. Oh, man. The sun was in his eyes. There you go. The check cleared. They were bribed with Lunchley. Gino with time now. He's just going to throw it away. No one open. Oh, flag down. Oh, are we going to get a makeup call here? Are we going to get a grounding makeup call? Smudge on the ref screen. Let's see about this. Refs thought they were the Chiefs. Dude, I can't believe the Chiefs caught another break in a game they're not even playing in. Oh, it's an ineligible man downfield. Dude, how do the Chiefs keep getting away with this? Oh, that's awesome, Laywell. I love that. Man, well, penalty either way on Seattle. They'll decline it, take the incompletion. I'll run with Charbonnet. I don't know, man. I don't love the run on 2nd and long with Charbonnet. I don't love that. At least Al hasn't mentioned Mahomes. All of a sudden, Chris Collinsworth pops out of nowhere to talk about Mahomes. What do you got here? It's 3rd and long. I love how they're just cutting to the sideline and showing their signals. It's like, oh yeah, by the way, here's what the Seahawks coaches are doing. Just in case anyone's watching, wants to take notes. Gino, uh-oh, here comes Bosa. Gino somehow escapes. Just going to throw it away. Man, Seahawks catch a break, but they're not able to do anything with it. There's Bosa with a little bit of pressure. Yeah, I don't want to, like, fixate on this too much. I didn't love the call to run it on 2nd and long there with Charbonnet. Yeah, Bosa got him there. That's a big Bosa play right there. Didn't get the sack, but you might as well count it as one. Beats him so quickly. Gino not able to do anything. Yeah. Well, Seahawks have to come back and get another stop now. Oh, my goodness. Hard hit. Whew. Got popped there. All right, well, if you're the 49ers, right, you can feel pretty good about yourselves if you get a score here. Another long field for them, I will say. The 49ers have had a lot of long fields tonight. Starting at the 11 now on the drive, but they get, I don't know, they get a field goal here. They got to be feeling pretty good. I feel like the commercials have really ramped up here in the fourth quarter. They got to hit their quota, right? Laywell smelled a pick 6. Oh, wouldn't that be crazy? Witherspoon pick 6. He did. Bosa did almost just snatch it away from Gino, didn't he? I thought he was going to force a fumble for a second. But that is definitely that is the biggest disruption from Bosa so far. Again, you got to give Forsythe some credit. He's held up as well as you could probably ask him to. So it's got to be, if you're Seattle, it's got to be frustrating that you're like down because your line is actually holding up well. But hey, this 49ers secondary has come to play today. Sands, Charvarius, Ward, their corners have looked pretty good so far, right? Like, if you thought, man, this secondary without their best corner against this good-looking Seattle wide receiver core, like that might be trouble. Honestly, no. This 49ers secondary has held up fairly well so far. They've made some nice plays. They've been pretty sticky in coverage. Even like some of the big plays by the Seahawks, like that Lockett catch, like that was just a sick throw and catch, right? Like, you know, they came up big in the red zone before halftime, right? Like, hey, there you go. Jack says, if Spoon gets a pick 6, I will literally do laps around my house and I will record it. You better start stretching. I love the attitude from Laywell right there. Spoon man. Dude, I'm actually going to lose my mind if that happens. There's no way, right? This would be an all-time stream moment if it happened. All-timer. All-timer. I love Al Michaels doing the ad reads. They're so funny. All available on Prime. Your streaming fate awaits. I love Al Michaels doing reads for movies he's probably never even heard of before. It's so funny. Al cracks me up. Oh, uh-oh. That's an illegal procedure. 2 men in motion at the snap. That's a 5-yard penalty. 49ers motion penalty. Look at Kyle. Look at the gray hair. He's growing his hair out a little bit. Kyle Shanahan kind of got the flow. He's got the hair coming out the back of the hat a little bit. Kyle Shanahan with the flow. I feel like I've never seen him rock that hairstyle before. He's always had short hair. Yeah. It's either like short and like combed up, like with a little bit of product, or just like a buzz cut, you know? This is my Kyle Shanahan hair analysis. Love Jack's got the call ready already. There's no way, right? Purdy just sitting in there again. There's use check. Oh no, the use check chance raining out. through Lumen. That was pretty loud. Shout out the 49er faithful. That was pretty loud. There you go. Open man, use check. Just reciting Joe Buck. This one's picked. Back the other way, Witherspoon. Only interception so far. That was against the Giants, right? He went crazy in that game. Brock Purdy on Tom Brady. Who is P. Taylor? First down, P. Taylor. Patrick Taylor. Man. 49ers just shuffling the backs. Oh, no. Lineman down for the 49ers. This is a line that can't afford any more hits to be taken. Todd Haley. Todd Haley. That's a throwback. Just an angry dude in a dirty ball cap calling a million run plays for Thomas Jones. Todd Haley. Todd Haley. Chiefs legend. Steelers legend. Cardinals legend. Todd Haley was hilarious. It's a name I haven't thought about in a minute. Hey, yo. Humped his roommate on camera. Hey, yo. Oh, you guys crack me up. IHOP. International House of Pancakes. More of a Waffle House guy myself, personally. I cannot remember the last time I had IHOP, to be honest with you. It's not even that I have anything against IHOP, but I gotta ride for Waffle House, you know? Oh. Some hash browns. Oh. They're hash browns. Good stuff. Oh, the wild one. Let's go. Beat the Blue Jackets. That's the extent of my Wild fandom, more or less, is I get the ESPN notification. I'm like, oh, let's go. We won. Or, oh no, we lost in the first round again. I do watch, like, the Wild playoff games. I have a few friends in Fargo who are big Wild fans. Shout out Jack Gothberg. Big Wild fan. He loves the Wild. I've watched some Wild games with him and the Fargo boys. He'll get me hyped for the Wild. Wahoo and, you know, as J. Cole said, they act like two legends cannot coexist. Wahoo and IHOP. There's room for both, right? I might have to go to IHOP again soon just to experience it, you know? Remember when they changed it to IHOB for burgers? It was like their marketing campaign. They're like, we have burgers. They just changed it to IHOB. I was like, all right. That was kind of weird, but it worked. I'm still talking about it now, right? You remember that they have burgers now. It worked. Aaron Banks is out, injured. Man, so who's gonna be next up? Next up there at guard. Oh no, Spencer Burford. Oh boy. Here we go. Oh, they're gonna blow this one dead. Debo's still running. Huh. Oh, I love it, Bear Pod. IHOP should sponsor an O-line pancake segment on NFL Network. That would be sick. Angry runs, but for the linemen, I love it. The angry runs. Kyle Brandt's another dude. It's just like, rah, angry run. He's like screaming, like, Isaiah Pacheco, you get the scepter. Yeah, they were blowing that whistle a lot. Now Debo's shaken up again. He's been dealing with injuries a lot the past few years, it seems like. Oh, he's not seemed to be doing good. Hopefully it's just a stinger, the way he's like shaking his hand. False start. Oh. Face mask on Seattle. That's crazy. A face mask on a play that was blown dead. Man. Yeah, right there. Clear as day. That's brutal. Man. Man. Seahawks have just been killing themselves. Kittle's on the sideline too with his helmet off. What is this game has gotten weird. I missed when like the teams were scoring. There's going to be a little bit too many just like dumb mistakes and injuries now. This game has gotten a little too weird. And Debo just goes down out of nowhere. Some of these 15-yard penalties should be reviewable. I know they've like flirted with that before. What is going on with Debo? Okay, looks like he's fairly well, which is good. Kittle's still out on the sideline though too. Is that Eric Sarburn? Did I say his name right? They're gonna pass it. Sans Debo or Kittle. There's Ayuk. Oh, that was a good throw by Purdy over the middle. There you go. That's what they were doing last year, right? Just a little dig route to Ayuk. And there's Debo coming back in. You could hear the Ayuk chants a little bit too. There you go. 49ers staple right here. Haven't seen that much of it this year. Good timing by Purdy. Just wrap it around the defender. Yeah. They're dirty on those, dude. When they can hit those, they're dirty. That's only the second catch for Ayuk. I'm sorry to everyone who I told to start Ayuk in fantasy. Oopsies. There's Debo on the end around. They're handing it to Debo a lot, man. They really are. Oh, the Royals just lose. Oh, I'm sorry. That's tough. I was pulling for them. Have to beat the evil Yankees, right? That's tough. Death taxes, 49ers players getting injured. They have always had the injury bug, except for last year. Last year was like the 1 year they were healthy, right? But now it's back to them again this year. Look at the massage gun getting in work. We're closer to taking the time machine back to 2000. Oh, Yankees Mets Subway Series, right? Subway Series would be kind of sick, though. I can't lie. That would be pretty fun. Oh, we missed him. Missed use check. Third down. Here we go. Under 10 minutes now. Third down. Ball at the Seahawks 40. Be a long field goal from here, right? You're on like your second or third kicker of the season. Big boy time right here. Who's going to be the big boy? Who's going to be the big dog on either team? Someone's got to be a big dog. This is one of the plays of the game right here, folks. Again, even if you're the 49ers, if you can even just get a few yards to either put you in 4-down territory or make it an easier kick, right? It's about a 57-yarder from here. You don't necessarily need to get all 9. We're going to get a timeout. Timeout, San Francisco. They've got one left. Don't love it. Don't love it. But whatever. You don't like what you saw. Sure. You would just want to get the first down. But Ohtani Judge World Series would be pretty sick. It would be nice to see Ohtani in the World Series, you know. I will say, it's a shame he's not pitching this year, and it makes sense, right, with his elbow injury. But, man, Ohtani pitching in the World Series would be absolute cinema. Oh, maybe next year. And I get no one wants to see the Dodgers in the World Series, but I don't know. Ohtani is so sick, dude. Yeah, I get you might not want Matthew Wright kicking a 57-yarder. Next Gen Stats is saying it's 27% chance that he would make it from this spot. Sounds about right. Oh, it's incomplete. It's incomplete looking for Jennings. It's 4th and 9. They might punt it. They might punt it. He has been bad in the postseason. That's kind of been Judge's thing a little bit, right? Like, I feel like he hasn't had like a great postseason performance yet. He's turned into the Paw Patrol version of himself. Game solved with a good question. What team is the IHOP of the NFL? Dependable. Maybe a good heyday back in the day. Not necessarily bad now. I'm thinking Denver Broncos for sure. I love those questions, though. Yep, Yankees march on to ALCS. Tough. Oh, what a punt. Mitch Wisnowski kind of on one tonight. Good coverage, too. Another long field in this game. They are punting. I get it, because if you miss it, unreal field position for the Seahawks. I get it. Eagles, Packers. And it was a heck of a punt. Good coverage, too. So here you go, right? You're pretty much, if you're the 49ers, all right, you know, Seahawks have to go 97 yards for the win pretty much. There is a lot of time left, but with how long of a drive this might be, like unless they like hit a 97-yarder right here, you know, right? Like probably going to take a few minutes to get down the field, right? You don't score a touchdown, all of a sudden the 49ers can start to kill some clock, and we know that they certainly have the guys to do that. This might be the drive right here, which is crazy because it's like, there's like 9.5 minutes left, right? Maybe you get a quick stop if you go 3 and out. I don't know. This might be the drive right here. I feel like you can only count on stopping the 49ers offense oh so many times. Oh, we might need a march right here by the Seahawks if they're gonna take the lead in this one. Jack says, let's go with the Lions. Interesting. Wondering why the Lions. I feel like IHOP has never had an 0-16 level moment, right? Maybe they got shut down by the health department or something, or went bankrupt for a little bit. Long story short, maybe, this is funny because I guess they're from Detroit too. The Little Caesars in Fargo would be the Lions. I say this as someone that likes Little Caesars. I stand with Little Caesars. I know that, like, some people don't like it, and there's a certain meme about Little Caesars tasting good when you don't have someone in your ear telling you it's nasty. I don't know. It's cheap pizza. It's a guilty pleasure of mine. But one of the Little Caesars in Fargo got shut down. This is a little gross, but they got shut down because they found maggots in the dough maker in the kitchen. That would have been their 0-16 moment right there. That was pretty bad. Yeah. There is another Little Caesars in Fargo that is still up and running, but one of them got shut down because of that. That was a whole thing. That would be their 0-16 moment. But you know what? Now they're back. They're the official pizza provider of the NFL, right? They've got all the stars in their commercials, right? The George Kittle commercials are hilarious. So now they're like the Dan Campbell Lions. They're back. They've got their meal deals, right? They've got their pizza bites. Sometimes they have the pretzel pizza. Crazy bread. Check it down to Walker. Just get something, right? IHOP gets a lot of pushback. Maybe not 0-16 bad, but IHOP, but it wasn't received well. Yeah, IHOP would be like the Broncos post-Peyton Manning days when they trotted out Trevor Siemian. That would be, or Paxton Lynch too. Remember him? Paxton Lynch? Get to your comment here, Bear Pod, in a sec. We'll see about the second down first. Just swing it out quickly to Lockett for the first down. I like it. Get that ball out quick. Bear Pod saying he spent like 30 minutes this week trying to explain to his wife how crazy it was when the Falcons ran a play and managed to spike the ball last week. Didn't go well, so love y'all here. I was explaining to Christine how crazy the Falcons win was. And on the Monday night win too, I called the Falcons win an impossible win. She was like, hey, I was like, no, like it was impossible how they won it. Like, it's not impossible that the Falcons actually won, although I wasn't expecting them to beat the Eagles, but that's awesome. Kirko. They're just getting the ball out quick now. Metcalf, quick hitter now. Oh, we might get a hold. Hold on. Oh, I almost choked. Man, Kirktober. Dude, it's so funny. I was kicking myself there for that stream last week, right? I was like, oh, Kirk earning his chains and all that. As soon as the game was done and I shut down my stream and I went on Twitter, I saw something about Kirktober. I was like, no, it's October. I didn't mention Kirktober once. Kirktober, legendary Vikings lore. I remember the birth of Kirktober. I was so sick. I didn't mention Kirktober once on stream. I was like, oh, missed opportunity right there. I didn't even realize it was October. I was like, oh, that's too perfect. He comes alive in the fall time, man. When the leaves turn, he turns it on. Oh, no! No! It's intercepted! Man, that was a bad pick. That was a bad pick. I don't know what Gino saw there, man. Man. Big time stop for the 49ers. There's the gun emoji. Go crazy, Daddy Messi. How about it? The 49ers defense coming up big for you. Man. What did Gino see here? Oh, that was just well played by Green. Metcalf had a step for a second, but Green really closed on him. He baited him, dude. He baited him. It's not Gene October. It might be Gene Over. That was tough. Oh, Gino can't believe it. Yeah, that was well played right there by Renardo Green. He baited him, dude. That was a good play. 3 turnovers for the Seahawks. Tough to win a football game doing that, man, especially against the 49ers. You just can't lose the turnover battle by 3, you know. There's Patrick Taylor getting big carries. Churning his legs. Now if you're the 49ers, you can sit on the ball for a few minutes. Even if you crash out and get 3 here, that just might be enough to get you home. What a moment here for the 49ers. It was looking rough for a little bit, man. It was looking like the Seahawks might be cooking something. Gino can't believe it. Oh, that's going to be a meme. That is going to be a meme 110%. Patrick Taylor, nothing. See, that's so tough. Even if the Seahawks get a big stand here and hold them to 3, like that's probably enough. At least your birds win on the ice. On our ice. Man. They're going to let that clock run. There is still a lot of time, I will say, but now you need a quick score, a quick stop, and a quick score. Like, it's just tough to get 2 scores in like 6 minutes, you know? It's really tough to do that. Jake Bobo, Sear catches injury. Seahawks losing. Oh my goodness. Kittle scores again, dude. He just kills the Seahawks. Oh, man. Another good ball by Purdy, too. Yeah, he rifled that one in there. Oh, there you go. Find his wife. That's Juszczyk's wife, too. Look at that. Wholesome moment right there. The guy from the Little Caesars commercial just scored. That's awesome. Look at that. Just a little preview for National Tight End Day. Yeah, good ball by Purdy. Good catch by Kittle. Touchdown. Go for 2, right? Make it a 14-point game. Flag down. See about it. It's in the end zone. Might be on the defense. Yeah. Offsides, I guess. Not pass interference, but can try again from the 1 now. Kittle, 5 touchdowns on the season. End zone beast. 5 for 58, 2 touchdowns. Can hear the Niners fans upstairs celebrating. Nice. And, oh, they don't get the 2. All right. Something. It's something. -5 turnover differential. Yeah, that's rough, man. That's rough. All right. Well, if you're the Seahawks, you do have all three timeouts, I will say. You do have all three timeouts. But, man, you got to score quickly. You got to score quickly, man. Like, you can't really beat around the bush or take too much time, right? You don't want a nice long 4-minute drive. -6, actually. Oh, that's gross. That is gross. But this is where you need one of your big receivers. This is where you need like a DK Metcalf 50-yard catch, you know. I mean, it's tough. Yeah, I mean, if you're the Seahawks, right, it is tough. You feel like you had a chance in this one, but you're still pretty banged up, right? No Reek Woolen, no Byron Murphy, no Abraham Lucas, you know. They do. I will say, they'll play again, right? It is tough to let this one get away, though. It is tough. You feel like it's tough because you feel like you didn't play your best, and yet like you were kind of in it, you know? Like I feel like the Seahawks have better games in them. Like this is certainly not like the best that their offense has, you know? Geno's been a little off. The play calling was a little choppy in the first half. The run game still really couldn't get going. Man, you need Abraham Lucas back. I mean, man. But who do they have next week? Who do they have? Falcons in Atlanta. Oh, that's an interesting one. Oh, then you got the Bills, the Rams, Niners, Cardinals. Schedule gets a little tough there, but there's some winnable games in there. Oh, the Falcons in Atlanta. That's an interesting one. That's an interesting game right there. I'm going to have my eyes on that one. That could be a really important game, too. Man. Oh, I still think they have a shot at the playoffs, right? Even at 3-3. I don't know. It's not like there's a lot of serious teams in the NFC. Like when you think about like some of the other second place teams, right? Cowboys, I don't know, dude. I'm not a believer in them necessarily. I mean, okay, the NFC North is pretty tough. You might be seeing some teams from the playoffs in there. Might be looking at like two wild cards from there, right? And then you've got one wild card left up for grabs. The Cardinals are interesting. Certainly, someone between the Saints, Bucks, and Falcons like might be interesting. They do head to the Pacific Northwest. Oh, I'm ready for that one. We used to always head to the Pacific Northwest. It's been a while now at this point. It's like a weird throwback, but Seattle heads to Atlanta, hosts the Bills, and heads to San Francisco. That is a crazy stretch right there. You got to get healthy there. I feel like they'll win one of those three. I think they could take Atlanta. I feel like they'll win one of those three. Man, I'll say that Giants one hurt. That Giants one was tough. Just check it down to Kenny. Goat Kid. Yeah, that's right. We'll have the Jack versus Goat Kid battle. Should be cinema. Hey, the Bills are certainly capable of trolling, right? We could see a Josh Allen Bozo game. Their defense has struggled against the run, right? I mean, we'll see about the health of their wide receivers, especially you get Reek Woolen back. All of a sudden, like, that's kind of been the big recipe with the Bills is like, if you got good corners, you can kind of take care of their passing game a little bit, you know? And we haven't seen a full Josh Troll game yet. We haven't seen the Josh Allen 4-interception game yet. You know it's coming. It'll come at some point. No matter how good he is, he's due for at least one of those a year. He just can't help himself. It's not fun. I've experienced it. Yeah, I suppose. Yeah, a couple years ago, right, when Josh had like that 98-yard touchdown to Gabe Davis, he threw for like 500 yards or something crazy like that. 2020. Oh, I thought that was picked. It was caught. I'm saying there's a chance. I don't know. They're certainly like starting out 3-0 gives you such a nice cushion, right? You got to probably get to like 9 wins. I think if you can get to 9 wins, you've got a real shot, right? So, okay, can you win 6 games the rest of the way? I think that's possible. I'm not going to go out here and guarantee that the Seahawks make the playoffs. I think it's very possible, though. Oh, Nick Bosa. Yeah, you definitely got to go lineman. I don't get okay. I get like Mike McDonald wanted to get his toy. I can't blame him too much, right? Wants to go get Byron Murphy to have fun with him. Playoffs? Don't talk about playoffs. I just hope we can win a game. I do remember that Josh Allen game. Hey, the year before the Steelers beat him though, week 1. That was kind of a Josh Bozo game. That was a weird game. Gino's just going to chuck it deep. He's looking for Metcalf. Hold on. There's the big DK touchdown we're talking about. We'll see about the flag. We'll see about the flag. Hold on. Hold on. Hold on. Oh. Oh, no. No way. Oh, he doesn't get set. That's so tough, bro. I'm so sorry, Jack. There's Bobo for the first down. Man, that is the football gods smiting them a little bit. Steelers up front is out except for TJ and Hayward. Yeah, they've been dealing with some injuries of their own. Man. Got to get that quick score still. Get out of bounds and stop the clock, right? I mean, you do have 3 timeouts. That is like the big thing. That is the absolute big thing. They are still kind of moving the ball a little bit. You do. I feel like you got to score soon, though. I mean, like if you score, goodness. Oh my gosh. Oh, I mean, if they score fairly soon, right, they would need probably a 3 and out with their timeout situation. But, oh no, bro, what the heck? Seattle able to recover it, but they lose like 8 yards. Oh my gosh, dude. That's insane, man. Oh, yeah, he peanut punched him. He peanut punched the crap out of that. Bradford falling on it. Shout out to him. That's going to be another penalty. Yeah. Dude, Kenny Walker's killing him with these penalties, dude. Dude. Oh, they got a lineman instead. I thought it was Walker that moved early. Charles Cross. Man. Look at how far back the ball goes on that fumble, too. Look at the bounce. It rolls all the way back. Yeah. Look out. Screen to Walker. First down. All right. Realistically, man, you want to, I don't know, like you want to keep that 2-minute warning as an option to stop the clock too, right? You want to score before the 2-minute warning and keep your timeouts. That's really what you want to do. They have the wrong camera angle on Prime Vision right now. They just don't care. Whatever, they're going quick. There's Bobo. Hold on. Hold on. Hold on. A lot of whistles. Hold on. What's going on? Oh, see, I would have seen this on Prime Vision. They're showing Kenny Walker open. Oh, yeah, he is open. He's bare naked. Oh. Now they got the wide angle back. Walker and wide receiver again. They'll get it to him this time. Oh, he couldn't quite get the edge. Trying to go laterally all the way across the field. Now you got to start hurrying up, right? Because that 2-minute warning is important. Even with those 3 timeouts, man. No huddle. You got to start taking some shots at the end zone here, potentially. Bring Walker back in the backfield, probably to help in pass protection. Probably going to have some deeper routes here, right? Yeah, there you go. They'll just check it down to him. Man, they can't get anything downfield. If you're Walker, get out of bounds maybe. Get the first down, I guess. But, man, you really got to score before that 2-minute warning to feel really good. Man. Take a shot at the end zone here. Smith has time. End zone. Oh, Lockett almost had it. Oh. Man. All right, 2-minute warning. Oh, that would have been a great catch if he had snagged that. Man. Oh, he could have caught that. That would have been a tough catch, but he could have caught it. That's a good ball by Gino. Man. You know, Gino did have a few rough picks. He's also had some great throws in this game. He's been sold a few times, too. Michael asking if I had to pick between Shane Waldron, Todd Downing, Matt Canada, and Pete Carmichael as our OC. Goodness gracious. I guess Pete Carmichael? I have no idea, dude. None of those options sound appealing. At least Pete Carmichael used to work with Sean Payton. Maybe we can just steal Sean Payton's playbook, plan a little heist. Man. Oh, they're showing the over-under. Al Michaels probably loves that. I mean, I guess you could try and onside it. You'd need the 3 and out either way. Back of the end zone. Incomplete. Thought he was going to DK there for a sec. Matt Canada's hat. I like it. I will say Mike McDonald's fit is sick. That pullover he's wearing, that is pretty sick. Hey, a 1-score loss, the best kind of loss, right? Just a good. It's a quality loss. Look out, Gino. He just has to throw that up. Incomplete for DK. Man, not the 49ers. The Seahawks have also kind of struggled in the red zone a little bit, right? Man, they could have had those 4 points. They could have had those 4 points potentially if they had scored at the end of the first half, right? Oh. If it was 21-29, well, I guess it went to. Not everything would have gone exactly the same if the Seahawks scored, but man. I wonder if the 49ers bring some heat here to just try and close it out with their pass rush. Here it is right here. Here's the game. Play clock running out. Gino, clean pocket, fires, end zone, caught, touchdown. Hold on. Oh, my goodness. Tyler Lockett. Hold on a sec. The Seahawks need a 3 and out. They do need a 3 and out. It's not ideal that it took them 15 plays and over 4.5 minutes to get there. But they did score. They did score. Good catch by Lockett. That was a heck of a grab right there. Extra point to make it a 5-point game. Well, here you go. I guess if you really want to, you can try the onside kick, right? Because I think either way, you're going to need the 3 and out, right? I'm trying to do the math here. 40 times 3, 120 seconds. That's 2 minutes. I mean, if the 49ers get a first down here, it's game over, right? You have 3 timeouts, so you can get a 3 and out and get the ball back. You can. And I mean, if you get a 3 and out, you get the ball back with a decent amount of time because you'd be spamming those timeouts. Wow, the Seahawks have not recovered an onside kick since 2009. Wait, I guess in the regular season, right? I can think of one onside kick they've recovered. I can think of one. No, they are just going to kick it deep. I guess you're trying to play field position. You're banking on that 3 and out. Here you go, Mike McDonald. Make your money right here. Your defense needs a stop and a quick one and a big one. Brandon Bostic, yeah. You know the vibes. Could be a crazy Shanahan joke job. Oh, look at that. Caden popping back in for the Brandon Bostic chat. Chris Matthews. Oh, I've used Chris Matthews for Immaculate Grid before. Tom Grossi had a stream with Brandon Bostic the other week. That was pretty fun. Here you go. You need the 3 and out. You need the 3 and out. I can't lie. I'm rooting for it. I'm rooting for it. Oh. Well. Is Horrendo going to house it, bro? Oh, they shouldn't have tackled him low key. They should have let him score. They should have let him score. Man. Horrendo just zoomed through that. Well, I guess no, they shouldn't have let him score because you can stop the clock twice. Dude, I'm tripping. I'm terrible at math. No, they should not have let him score. They should not have let him score. Field goal makes it an 8-point game. What if we get overtime? Oh, yeah, he does kind of go down. Look at Purdy cheesing. 49ers on the verge of a massive win. Just massive. Kyle loves it. Kyle loves it. Horrendo, 100 yards tonight. Who would have thought? Now they'll wrap him up, call timeout, right? Hold on a sec. There's no way, right? So they can stop it one more time here. Does Seattle get the ball back at all? Jack did. Tyrone Tracy. Yeah, he did. Yeah, he did. Man, Kyle cooking in the run game. Louisville fans would have thought, yeah. Who has Horrendo in my dynasty leagues? I know someone does. Oh, he's down to 99 now. Tough. What if we got a reverse Seahawks situation this week? The Seahawks block the kick. They'll give it to Juszczyk. Oh, Juszczyk scores. And there he's giving the ball to his wife. There's Debo running in there. Well, there you go. Juszczyk with the dagger. Fullback touchdown. Oh, pour one out for Jack, man. I'm sorry, bro. Shout out Daddy Messi, though. Hey, shout out Daddy Messi. Big dub for the 49ers for you. 49ers. Absolute statement made here. Backs against the wall. People doubting them. The doctor doubting them. Here they come. Here they come. Losing to the 49ers is not that bad. Jaguars lost 34-3 last year. That's right. Yeah, I do remember that. I was like, yo, the Jaguars could make a statement here. Still a wide open division, man. Except for maybe the poor Rams. Oh, my poor Rams. It's still anyone's division, though, I feel like. There's a lot of season left. Broncos Saints next week. A little Sean Payton revenge game. There's Williams again. He's kind of cooking in the return game a little bit. Bro, the kicker got trucked. The kicker got trucked. Truck stick. Bro, the kicker's out here lowering his shoulder. See if we can get some stat padding. Oh. Almost dropped that into JSN. Well, what do the 49ers have next? Who do they play next? Oh, not the depth chart. Oh, they do have the Chiefs. That's right, bro. We were literally just talking about that. National Tight Ends Day. Chiefs, Cowboys, Bucks, Seahawks, Packers, Bills, Bears. Goodness. 49ers kind of have a crazy stretch, too. Hey, dude. All good, bro. I've had plenty of Vikings-related crash outs in my life. Don't you worry. Dude, I used to be the king of crash outs. I've had some good ones, you know. I think a classic one for me was the 2019 season. We were playing the Chiefs in Arrowhead, and Mahomes was injured for that game, and so it was Matt Moore was the Chiefs quarterback, and we lost that game. And I just was so mad, dude. I could not believe that we lost that game. I cannot believe that we lost that game. Bro, Caden can confirm. Oh, yeah, you've seen some. You've seen some. I had a pretty good one after the Broncos Sunday Night Football game last year. That was fun. You remember me and Jack Gothberg watching that game? Dude, we got so into it. Dude, I was listening to Kid Cudi the whole drive home. It's like, oh, this season is cooked. Yo, legendary doctor crash out. Honestly, the Vikings-Bears Monday night game. And for the second week in a row, we have lost because we are cowards and we are losers. I rewatched that the other week. I was laughing so hard, dude. That is like the most upset I've ever been on stream. I was so mad after that game, dude. I could not believe we lost that game. I was so ticked because we did two run plays and a screen when all we needed was like a first down to win the game. I was so mad. Oh man. Now we get a false start for the culture. If it wasn't past 1 a.m. on Sunday, I would have been screaming after the Steelers-Cowboys game. Yeah, that one was rough, too. And you had to stay up that late to watch it. Yeah, I get that. Yeah. But yeah, if you ever want to go back and watch, the camera setup was crazy. I was using my laptop's webcam, and I had a crazy microphone setup. It sounded and looked so bad. But if you ever want to see a doctor crash out, go watch the end of the Vikings-Bears Monday night stream. I was so... You could just tell. I was like, and for the second week in a row, we have lost because we are cowards and losers. Oh, Paul Allen is hilarious. He's had some good ones, too. This isn't Detroit, man. This is the Super Bowl. I loved how mad, like, he gets so mad when the Vikings are playing poorly, too. Like, the early part of the Vikings-Colts game before we came back, he was just so mad, and he was taking out his anger on the punter. He's like, and here's the Colts punter again. It's a short kick because he's terrible. He was so upset. No offense, stat pad. Okay. Oh, Michael is in chat, but must have blocked that out of his mind. Oh, man. Oh, we had some good times on that old stream setup. We had some good times. You remember Steelers-Titans Thursday Night Football? Remember that game? That was a fun one. Will Levis coming in, making plays. Hey, Geno can pad his lead as the leading passer in the NFL, right? He's got 312 yards passing. Bad punt. Their punter's terrible. Yeah. Geno, just chuck it, right? Just chuck it. Hail Mary, Geno. Tough. Well, the 49ers are going to kneel this one out and call it a game. This has been indeed a football game. Man. Almost like his personality in a way. Oh, yeah, the Jalen Reagor interception. That was bad, too. Yeah. Well, here you go. They'll kneel it down once and call it a game. About time to call it a night here. Thank you guys so much for tuning in, as always. You know, we ended up getting a pretty good game overall. And apologies to Jack and Seahawks Nation. Tough loss. But you know what? I've been saying all night there's a lot of game left. Maybe you don't want to hear this right now, but I'm going to say it anyways. A lot of season left. But thank you guys so much for tuning in. Shout out to the new people in here too. Kira, BearPod, showing up. I love it. Take care to you guys as well. I'll say this. I'll give a little update before I go, and because I completely forgot to do this last time. I will be listed as questionable for the Pigskin pregame on Sunday. I'm not sure if I'll be back home yet. Christine and I are going to a Halloween party on that Saturday. I don't know when I'll be home on Sunday necessarily. However, on the chance that I won't, I'll make it up to you guys somehow. But I've been, oh my gosh, Kittle, slow-mo lips, went crazy. But listed as questionable. I'll keep you guys updated with that. But Monday night's looking pretty juicy. I'm going to try and go live for that. I don't know what my work schedule is necessarily like yet, but I've got my eyes on that Monday night game to go live as well. But always appreciate you guys tuning in. This was a fun little Thursday night, so good to have you guys back in here. Good for me to be back in here. But with that, I will send you guys on your way. Hope you guys all have a good night, and I look forward to seeing you all again soon. Till next time, doctor's out. Y'all take care.